Genius, conversation, and stupendous. Jae Tea and Lo. Yeah. Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rap. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Yeah. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rap. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Yeah. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way the rhetoric is gonna go. Classic conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
Yo, y'all reach out, let our fans know that she is back. Reach out, let them know that she is back so they can come on and tune in. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you do that because, again, the young lady is back. We're going to catch up with her in a minute.
We can start answering all these darn questions.
Right. You know, we're going to catch up with her in a minute, you know, but in the meantime, man, y'all know what y'all need to do. Y'all need to start hitting that button over there, the like button, and also hitting the share button because we need for y'all to get that stuff out there. Also, hit those emoticons, man. Like, love. You can even frown and cry. It don't even matter. Either way, once you hit it, it helps our
algorithm
go up, straight up. And that's what we need for it to keep doing because, again, we are the community. We are the dialogue for the community. We're trying to make it grow. So we got to help you. We need for you to help us keep that going.
Push the goddamn button.
You beat me to it. Hit that share button again. It's a little arrows usually pointing. If you're looking at it, it's probably pointing to your right. But hit that button and then just start clicking on names. How many people share stuff with you and you trying to figure out what the hell are they sharing this with me for? Get them back. Share Classic Konversations with them. Not now, but
Right now.
yes, sir. That's what we need for you to do. That's what we need for you to do. I'll give the phone number in a minute, but Angelo, how was your week, bro? You sound like yours was.
We ain't gonna.
Yeah,
We don't get into that part.
Yeah, but yeah. How was the week, bro?
But overall,
It was that good, huh?
it's interesting. Yeah, overall good weekend, man. We had really good shows this weekend. Yeah, shoot. Everything else was good, man. Can't complain at all. Aspen officially moved out at UGA, so one chapter of his life. Now he's just waiting to start his gig, and but we're gonna start this sour note. And you saw the post, y'all both responded to it, man. Our man Don Dace, man. Just want to send nothing but prayers to Don. He lost his daughter.
Yeah, man.
I don't know any of the circumstances. Not gonna ask. I just know the man lost his daughter, man. It was very, very sad to hear that. Because, what's crazy is Don and I, how we met was through mutual friends with the comedy thing. And when he introduced Dr. Cindy,
Right.
Cindy,
That's
lost
right.
her son. You know what I mean? And Don introduced us saying, we have something to share. And, so it's just sad, man. I just hate how this thing happened. But shouts out to my man Don, man. Prayers to you, brother, man. Love you, man. So yeah.
Yes.
I didn't see that
Jae
post.
is in the building. How you doing, lady?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, I thought
I'm doing better.
you
Got to see my friends today.
Yeah, I thought you was gonna go viral with your little post about being in the gym, girl. Yeah.
Y'all are silly.
Showing
Y'all
that,
are
she was
silly.
showing that sexy. Ooh.
You gotta go to
Yeah.
my page so y'all can see.
Yeah.
Just say Dwayne.
Yeah, she was standing. She looked like she was in the military, like she was standing at attention.
Y'all are crazy.
If she wasn't at attention, whoever was at that gym
Not
probably
the
was
titties
at
at
it. They
attention.
probably was at attention. Whoever was in that gym, boy, because I said, "Oh, okay." All right. You had me think, you be
I've been on
coming
the
in here.
low. I've been
You be
underground.
but look,
so.
you be coming in here with all the bagginess and everything.
Yeah.
And girl, I was like, love. I said, oh, this should get some
She
work.
let the girls out.
I said,
I wish I had
if
some
she got
work.
some work, that
I
means
wish.
she spent some good money because that was quick.
Hey, let me. I wish. Okay, I'm trying to get a waist snatch. So if y'all know somebody that can pay for it.
Yeah, dog. That's funny.
For instance,
Basically,
I didn't get my tires.
she need the full package is what she's saying. So if you know somebody that can do it, but then you need to know somebody also that can
Pay for it.
So yeah, I ain't mad at you. Come back with a bang. Actually, bang bang.
All right. Okay.
Dang.
Okay.
Yeah, good to have you back. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
we got some topics tonight that I think
Okay.
that a woman's point of view would be pretty dope to have you chiming in on it and everything. We got some good stuff.
How was your weekend, brother?
Hey man, I tried to be super husband, super neighbor, whatever you want to call it, and jumped out there. I worked from home on Friday. It's been a long time since I worked from home. I don't know, this job may have messed up by letting me do that because now I'm really going to be trying to get up out of there because it was a beautiful feeling. Jumped out in the yard on Friday, and if anybody's in the Atlanta area, you know how hot it was on Friday. Woo. I jumped out there to cut the grass and also do some edging. And my wife tapped me on my shoulder. She said, "You've been standing here for like 12 minutes."
Oh.
I was pretty much done. I couldn't move no more.
Brother.
I went inside the house and sat on the floor. My dog was looking at me like, "What in the hell are you doing down here with me?" Yeah, it was I'm on this fitness kick, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm carrying in between that 210 to 214 when I'm usually carrying at about 220. I actually can see my cheekbones again. I feel pretty good about everything. But
That's what's up.
the week was overall the week was pretty good. The week actually got casted for another my man Ron Godfrey. Brother, I tagged you in this thing. I'm hoping that you're watching. Much appreciation to you. Ron is big time. He damn near got his own
Doing his thing.
private jet or pilot. So whenever he has a role and all of a sudden he gets a bigger role, he usually have the director reach out to me.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah, Ron.
That's dope.
Yeah. Major.
That's what it's supposed to be like.
Yeah, major shout. Major
You
shout
said
to
Ron
you, brother.
who?
Ron Godfrey.
I know Ryan.
Yeah. I went to his
I know
book
Ron.
signing. Book signing was dope. Dude has a book of poetry. It's pretty dope. I'm gonna bring it up here and read one of the passages. One of these whenever he's in town. Again, I told the dude seemed like he got a private jet or something because black man going to Iowa and Idaho, but that's the acting gigs where they getting. So more power to him. So yeah, the week was overall pretty good for sure. So listen, man, we're going to get into some of the smaller topics. 404-500-1605. Y'all give us a telephone call. And, I was actually hoping that I said the right number because I almost said 1705, but it's 404-500-1605. Give us a call if you get a chance to talk about some of these things. So we're going to start off with we saw some posts recently about what was it? Mississippi State, the football players doing some type of little viral video, and it was really feminine. We'll do it that way. It was really feminine. And so a lot of people were saying, who is to blame for some of our younger men that's acting in these feminine ways. You can add in the prom phenomenon. There was, a lot of people are saying, all of this stuff for these boys that's doing the prom. It seems like it's more of a flamboyant celebration for the boys now. So who do you think is to blame for the feminine ways of these so-called heterosexual young men?
Well, and let me, because I want Jose to answer this first, but the way you asked it, let me ask it a different way. Instead of who do you think to blame, let's just put it out there based on what this post was. The post is basically saying the fact that these young boys are being raised by single mothers who are kind of still living their best life there, but they're being raised by a bunch of women.
Okay.
So now, go from there.
Well, first off, I think that prom is for everybody. It's for the females and it's for the males. So this is not new. This has been going on probably for the last 10 or 15 years that I've seen. Where they as much of a big deal they make it for the woman, they do it for the man or for the boy or the girl, right? They're doing the same. So they've been doing that. Because it is about both parties, right? It's not just about, it's not just the girl's prom, it's the guy's prom too. So I think that there's nothing wrong with that. Them just trying to make it even. If you're gonna give the girl $1,000, they trying to give the boy $1,000. Now, would I do that with my kid? Whether it was a boy or a girl? No.
Well, yeah, I get
because I don't believe in spending these thousands of dollars.
Money aspects of it.
Yeah.
But let me ask
I
you,
don't think it's feminine for them to celebrate the boy, him celebrating going to the prom.
the extravagance of it, you think that that's manly?
I think the extravagance is, to me, and that's too much anyway. I don't know if I want to call it
for a boy or a girl.
for a boy or a girl.
Okay.
I think, you know, my baby mama rented a hotel room for my daughter. So I thought that was a bit much. I'm like, what? I'm sorry, not a hotel. I'm sorry, an Airbnb. I was like, what does she need an Airbnb for? What do you think is great go on when you rent an Airbnb for your child? Right?
Trying to have a party.
And the dress was probably $800 or $900. You know, this is what people are doing now. I don't agree with it because it's not a wedding. It's a dance. You understand? And I just feel like if it's on your budget to do this, then be my guest. But a lot of these people, they going into debt trying to be extravagant for a prom. You know what I mean? So
Me, you're right. It is for both. It is for both. But just like a wedding, there's more done on the bridal side, usually.
okay.
There's more of a celebration on the bridal side than it is on the groom side. There's a lot of, and it's nothing wrong with it, but that's just the way it's usually has always been, is that, you know, the woman side of things is more celebrated in extravagance. So with the prom thing, I don't mind. It just seems to me that it's a little much. Like I saw one where the kid pulled up in like a tank, and the back of the tank went down, and they didn't come out. He came out. It wasn't they. It was just him. You know what I'm saying? It was just him that came out. So, as y'all know, Classic Konversations is live. So as you can see, we are adjusting. We are adjusting in real time.
Are you trying to say you wasn't late? Is that what you trying to allude to?
We are adjusting in real time because, again, Classic Konversations is live. Now, for those of you that are looking at this on Wednesday or Thursday,
MJ, slide.
Of course, it's not live on Wednesday or
right.
Thursday, but you know when we taped it live. And this is why, you know, we are for the community, because there ain't no editing. We just doing what we doing. Yeah, we all for it in the picture. Yeah, see, so yeah, that's what it is. So as I was saying, Mike, MJ, what we're talking about is heterosexual men acting and dressing like women. With talking about basically the Mississippi State football team that did this video where they were really, really feminine.
They were dancing to a saucy set.
Wait a minute. How did we get there? I thought we was just talking about.
That was the introduction of it.
Oh, okay.
Both
So are they heterosexual?
And supposedly they are.
Yeah, let's sit out and
and
sit
then the prom phenomenon with the boys, it seems to be really extravagant for the boys. What the post was about in regards to the prom thing, they're saying that the boys are raised by single mothers. So that's why their thing is so extravagant. On the other side, and I didn't get to say this in regards to the football players, what they're saying is that, you know, you have so many grown men with beards dressing as women, and women are actually okay with it and applauding it. So is that something that you think is leaking down into some of our young men? If women are applauding it, then evidently they may feel that it's okay.
Well, I could go viral right now, but I won't.
You gotta go viral.
No.
Hey, Frank said, yeah,
Do-
MJ,
be
slide
you.
to the right. He said you were too close.
I'm to the twins.
You know what? I cannot. Don't start.
okay,
Do not
Hey, she
start.
went viral, didn't she?
Do
That
not
Jim picture?
Okay. No, but I'll say to that, and I think they're doing a disservice to the LGBTQ community. Those people were marginalized for the longest, and they fought for what they got on the backs of us with Black Lives Matter. They took that over. So, but they got those rights. And for a group, for shits and giggles, just to start dressing like them, that's going to give a negative image or whatever, that's like, that's just like somebody getting in blackface. We're going to be offended by it. And like I said, I don't know the community, but I would hate for, we don't like when white white people go out there, but and do shit. And I think for some guys that are supposedly heterosexual to dress up like,
or act like,
or act like LGBTQ, it's wrong. There's nothing wrong with being LGBTQ, but when you're acting like something you're not, I think that takes away from the plight of those individuals.
So I'm totally confused. So who's acting like it?
these football players that was
They dressed like what?
they didn't
Like-
dress
They weren't
like-
dressed any kind of way.
They wasn't dressed any kind of way. They was in shorts, no shirts,
Mm-hmm.
and they was doing some type of dance or line something
Yeah.
to a what was it Saucy Santana song.
Okay.
If everybody knows well, I look at Love and Hip Hop. So Saucy Santana is an openly gay man that has a beard.
Okay.
You know, and
You saw-
a lot of people were saying, some people were saying, when women applaud that type or that, so you could say lifestyle, is it giving a bad message to younger men that you could do this and still be considered manly?
Mm. I always say it's masculinity and femininity. It's just a social construct, really.
Oh my God.
No, it really is, because if you're in another country, if you're in Scotland and somebody has on a kilt, or if you're in India and a man has hold on, I'm just saying that we say what we think is feminine or masculine. That's all I'm saying. It's a social construct. Because if you in India, you're gonna see men all day long with dresses on. You see what I'm saying? And
That's
you
just
don't
wrong.
think,
That's totally different.
and you
That's
don't
wrong.
think,
It's totally different.
okay, it's still built like a what?
But
a dress.
their
It's
culture,
open at the
sarong
bottom.
is part of their culture. A
That is
kilt
my
is
point.
part of
That's what
Scottish
I just
culture.
said.
A dress or dressing like a woman is not part of our culture. Now, if
That's
it's-
what I just said.
and all I'm
It's a
saying-
social. It's a social
Yes,
constraint.
Yeah, but it's
that
also
people-
deeper than that, because in America it was under God, man and woman. Okay, we're gonna let LGBTQ into it, and all I'm saying is that's a person's right to be whatever you do. But I think it's wrong for somebody to play with it if that's not what you are.
But if they just having fun, we're labeling it, or the public is labeling
That's
it
why we have a problem
feminine.
with single moms today.
You see what I'm
Go
saying?
ahead.
First of all, I don't know what you're talking about. What does that got to do with anything?
Because those guys guaranteed, if you start checking IDs, you know who had a daddy, who didn't. Because if my son was out there twisting and dressing and twerking, and I don't care if you got a beard, a mohawk, or whatever, that's gonna sound. I don't mind LGBTQ, but like I'm saying, if it was my son and he wasn't like that, I'm saying, why you acting like that if you're not like that? And a woman is gonna co-sign on that shit.
Okay,
talking about it's
so
a
they were
social
acting gay.
construct.
I have to see that.
You did not hear
That
me
is
say
what
they were
that
acting
is what
gay.
you're saying.
I'm
You
not saying
said
that.
you
Let
just
me know,
said
no,
if you're not,
I
but
did
you're
not say
acting
that.
like it.
I have no issue with.
Did he
gay.
not just
I
say
did not
that?
say- no, you said that. I did not say that. I said out there twerking and acting feminine. That's all. Let's change this subject. Come on. I'll tap out.
There you go. Just tap
I'm not
out.
gonna be in
Don't
no
take the
fucking
subject.
video tomorrow.
What you got, Angelo?
Well, I think the issue I have with it is simply I don't like these men. So the guy get out the tank, for example, right? He came out and listened to a female in the background. She was screaming like she lost her mind. It was just like nonstop. You know what I mean? It was like, I was like, okay, we get it. You happy? He came out. You know what I mean? I just think the reason why a lot of these boys now are acting so sensitive, you know what I mean, about a lot of issues is because they're being coddled and they're being,
Oh, okay. Is that what you said?
it's too much femininity. You know what I mean? Well, you got a lot of women who are showing more masculinity than a lot of men are. You know what I mean? And I think that's a problem. I think we have to make sure we keep these boys, raising boys to men and keeping that construct of, hey, listen, it's good to be, like McKinnon, good to see you made it on time today, McKinnon. He was like, be who, enjoy yourself. And that's cool. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, these boys are going to become men and they're going to come into society, and you want to make sure that when they get out there, you know what I mean, they're going to be able to handle the things that are going to come with that. And a lot of them, if you are too, if you don't have no masculine trait, if everything you do is, you'll get swallowed up. You know what I mean? That's not the right word to use in this guy. hey, you know what I mean? It's not gonna be. You're gonna have a hard time making it. You know what I mean? When people start to come down on you, things of that nature, these are the ones who crash out and they can't handle it because they've been, treated too feminine.
Whether you are a male or female, you need to learn emotional intelligence.
Sure.
That's all you're talking about. It's not necessarily a feminine quality or a masculine quality. Because I have these discussions a lot of times, and I always feel like men are way more emotional than women because men are the ones that crash out. They do most of the murders. They start most of the fights. They are the ones that are not in control of their emotions. Women think twice before they commit a crime. They think about their children. They think about going to jail. Okay?
Like Tennessee?
Say what?
Like the lady in Tennessee?
We ain't got to. Let's get there.
The lady, so she, even with that.
Let's get there.
Yeah.
That's one of the main ones. That's one of the main ones.
Okay, Joan of Arc.
I mean, it's only like the prison population is only, I want to say maybe 10 or 15% women. Okay. So this is a fact. And there's more women in the United States. So
I like what Ascop said in regards to doing a disservice to the community. I did see under that post, somebody saying, well, listen, they just doing it in fun and games, but it's not fun and games when that is somebody's actual lifestyle.
That somebody fought to be able to be
as open
gay
as
person in public, do what they want, wear a dress, do whatever they want. And so when you're there kidding with it, it's just like if somebody was buffoonery or whatever, those.
But the thing is, they weren't kidding with it. They weren't kidding. You know what I mean? Listen. And think about this, guys. Have any of y'all ever danced and thank you and twerked?
Exactly.
Have you even considered twerking while you?
No.
And happy foot. Your happy feet you be doing. I've never seen you get on the chair and twerk.
Never been no shaking, man.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. And there's a reason. Just certain things you just not. I don't think you're just supposed to do. You know what I mean? And if you do that, it shows it. You is this side that I just think it's dangerous. I just think.
What's dangerous about it?
Well, because again, what I said earlier in terms of you may not be able to control those same emotions that you were just talking about. Your emotions may become more of a feminine emotion, and you responding.
You dancing?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah,
you don't even believe that.
I do believe that.
Yeah, it's just like
I do believe that 100%.
So from doing a dance and you just trying to be funny, because clearly they was probably trying to be funny if they recorded it. They probably don't do it all the time. They probably were just trying to be funny.
I don't know that.
And
you can't get nobody to do that one time.
You can't say from somebody doing. That's like so Martin Lawrence. There's so many people that have played the part just to be funny, right? And I had to include Martin Lawrence, and there's other people that have played the part of doing feminine things or dressing as a woman. That does not equal to, now down the line, you're going to be XYZ. That does not, I don't see how you can just connect that off of one time, somebody trying to have fun.
I don't think
or make you laugh.
Maybe it's not.
If you drop it and you twerking and you get it right the first time, man, it wasn't the first time.
Look, I'm gonna tell you, I agree with that because twerking is hard as hell. I've never twerked, but I've practiced.
Keep laughing.
Try it, right?
Keep laughing.
It's hard as hell. You know what? Shut up. It's very hard. So yeah, I kind of agree with that.
I think I did not see D'Alonzo. You out there? I think I saw D'Alonzo.
Yeah, he's there.
Hey, D'Alonzo, how do you feel if somebody is actual heterosexual and portraying feminine ways of feminine traits, do you feel that that is a disservice to your community? Alonzo's been a guest on the show.
Okay.
Not on the show, but he was actually calling in. We had a show a while ago.
See, okay, and
Okay.
all these points, McKinnon brings up Tyler Perry, Wesley Snipes, all the people who dressed as women, I guess. Eddie Murphy dressed as a woman.
Mm-hmm. Thank
right.
you for putting all that in there.
So that, I mean, but no, we're not. I don't think that's not the conversation here, though. You know what I mean? It's just dressing as a woman. That's not what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing is the emotional or lack thereof, whatever you want to call it, when these people who you talking about are all grown men who did something for a job. We're talking about the boys coming out this tank, all this femininity stuff.
What?
What do you keep saying? What? Like it's a surprise?
Because I needed to see the video. Because from what y'all saying, they were on there twerking, right?
Okay.
No, they
I'm sorry.
weren't even
All right,
That was because we're kind of doing two here.
Okay, let's go on a little deeper then. What actually
the football
happened?
players, it wasn't. I don't know if they twerked, but
they were doing some kind of salsa
dance.
whatever that dance is. I don't familiar with salsa Santana, but I just read the things that salsa Santana dance.
Read Alonzo thing about the conversation.
Alonzo said, at the end of the day, their video's going exactly what it was meant to do: cause conversation and go viral. Whether they're gay or not wouldn't matter. He said, "I typed 'cause I knew you were gonna call my name."
But yeah, the football players was doing the dance.
Okay.
The prom phenomenon. No, I don't remember any of them twerking or anything like that, but it was just the extravagance of it. Again, just like I
Okay.
said, in regards to a wedding.
So you're putting that together. You're putting together the fact that the football players were doing what you say is saucy. Is that what you said?
They was dancing to a saucy.
Saucy Santana.
Santana.
Ain't that
Okay.
right? Doing
And Saucy Santana's gay.
Yeah.
So they can't dance to a gay entertainer
It ain't
song.
that. It
No,
ain't that.
that's not it. You have
That's
to see
just
the
like
video. Yeah.
when-
Yeah,
So
you're
you
right.
just didn't like the dance they were doing, and the fact that
It's
the
a
artist was
person-
gay.
and you're dancing like a female.
Yeah, I think they're mocking them because they're not. Obviously, all of them ain't gay.
Microphone, Dwayne. Microphone.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were dancing in a way that people think is feminine, and that you think and Mike think that they were mocking Saucy instead of actually enjoying the song.
No, they weren't. They weren't mocking.
No, I'm just going by what
they weren't mocking.
That's what Dwayne just said, though.
Saucy Santana is on the other side, and they're dancing like
Like
that
it.
person. That's not mocking. That's
Yeah.
imitating.
Okay.
And imitating is, I think, worse than mocking. You're imitating. You're absorbing this junk. You know what I mean? And like Supreme Monk just said, outside not being of the Chuck, Hollywood is working overtime to remove the strong black male image. And that's what I think they're doing. This femininity stuff is saying we're not raising no young men. You know what I mean? We this is what we got. This is what we got to offer you. I don't think that's mocking. I think that's a problem. That this is what we're presenting. Yeah, it's going viral. That's not necessarily a good
It is
thing. You know what I
I
mean?
bad.
It's
mean,
like,
the media has always tried to
and we're
put out
helping it. And we're helping it. Why this stuff
negative
helps
views
it.
of us, right? So that's why
And
you
you
have
add
to
to
be
it.
in control of your household, and you have to be the one teaching your children
That's
which way to
all I
go,
was saying. That's all I was saying.
because it's always going to be public opinion and things that are going on that are going to sway your children. So you have to be.
There's
And
a
that's
big-
the point.
Yeah, you don't want them to do that. Okay, it's like if you go out and you like to dance,
Mhm.
and if I'm on your hips like this and we doing a song like that,
Mhm.
okay, cool, that's normal, right? But if I get in front of you and I put my hands on my knees,
Mhm.
what you gonna do? Like, what the fuck you doing,
I'm
right?
gonna smack that butt.
No, don't. That's wrong on so many levels. That's wrong on so many levels. But you missed my. Well, you just.
And put my hand on your back.
Okay, sprinkle her with holy water.
Now, but just
Oh,
imagine.
now I'm masculine.
No, but
Oh, okay.
but how do you would feel comfortable with a man? You're dancing with a man. He
Exactly.
turns around and starts twerking on you, and you slapping his butt like a female would, and you would feel comfortable with that male. You wouldn't look at him any kind of way.
Please.
I wouldn't care. Have
Oh
fun.
my God.
Have fun, especially if it's
Hell
Mike,
no.
because I know
hold on,
Mike's a
hold on.
whole freak.
So you
it
would
don't
take
matter.
a man.
Not
You would
that freak,
so you would
Not
take a
that
man.
freak.
You would take a man, slapping his butt and
Not
pull him up
that
and pull him up as if
Look,
you would.
I don't
So would you-
listen.
if he turned
I've
around
never
and asked you
dated
for
a
your
man
number, and
that
would
would
you-
bend over, right? However, have I been in the club and guys danced in front of me? Maybe not bent over, but just dancing, just
Standing
having fun.
in front of you,
You just having
and bending
fun.
over is two different things.
I
danced in
do
front of-
agree
It's two
that
different
that's two
things.
different things. So
Yeah, I've danced in front of women,
right.
but let me. So if that person did that and you
If a man
spanked-
bent over
and
in
they
front of me,
spanked it, you spanked his butt.
I'm
and-
not gonna be dating him. No.
Exactly. That's my point.
And why not?
If a man,
And why not?
because why are you bending over in front of me? You might bend over in front of somebody else.
Big bam.
Thank
There
you.
go.
Okay.
There you go. We
That's
made
the whole
it.
point.
So
All
is-
that other shit you
so-
saying was
wait,
a lie.
okay.
Now you being truthful.
But hold on. But is that what they were doing in the video?
Basically.
Again, I have not seen the video. That's why I say
Whatever this saucy challenge
it's hard
is.
for me to comment on something
That's what
that
it is,
I
a
don't have
saucy
enough
That's
information
what Kiki
about.
just said. It's a saucy challenge.
Oh,
So whatever this saucy challenge is, they were doing the saucy challenge. But
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Now, if he's my man and I've been with him for a while, and I know he's just being funny and he bends over,
That ain't
I
funny.
don't care.
You would be good with that?
If he's my man and we've been together, yes.
What does that
because-
mean? You've been
because
together.
he
So
gotta
you
be
mean
secure. He got to be secure in his masculinity and who he is as
You
a
know how
man.
many women-
And you bending over one time playing and dancing does not mean now you're not masculine. That's just my opinion.
it could be that case?
One time,
And it could-
you doing
and
this
it-
one
hey.
time, you trying to have fun.
And it could have been,
That
and it
used
could have
to do
been,
it-
and it could have been he just slipped up and did it in front of you. Didn't mean to because,
And
yeah, he could have just
I can
slipped up on his
remember-
alternate lifestyle and you. He was feeling too good.
okay, let's get deep into what y'all
Go
talking
for
about.
it.
It's been times with sororities, their dance is to bend over in front of each other. Okay, I'm not sorority. I'm sorry, fraternities. I'm sorry, fraternities. That's what they do.
Cabo said, don't
Their
drop the
part of
camera.
their dance is what? Didn't they used to have one where they used to dance to Atomic Dog?
Yeah.
Okay, did they not bend over? And then there was another clip that went viral of a fraternity, and they were back to back.
Well,
They were nuts to butt,
and trust and believe, if we saw that, we would call that into question.
All right, I'm gonna
And
find
our
the video
our
for you.
next step show, we're gonna talk about. Well, I guarantee you, at my school, oh, you show us. Oh, bro, we're gonna come up with a step just to expose that junk. Believe that.
I can't find it. I'm looking for it. I can't find it.
All right. Well, so you want to read some of those comments before we go to this other short topic?
Frank is crazy.
Yeah, Frank.
It's your
Crazy.
friend.
Frank get a napkin. He dangerous. I told y'all. McKinnon agreed with you earlier about how hot it was out there. Said put his pool together. Gen X punk parents and the breakdown of the family. Supreme. Let's see. Frank said it was never about the boys when we were coming up. Nah, prom was never about the boys. We just dressed up nice and got ready for the after party.
That's it.
That's what we did with prom. We did. Hey, we wasn't about that show. You know what I mean? Yeah, what color you want to match for the pictures?
Yep.
Come on, man.
Make sure we had a nice ride.
We ain't shooting off fireworks and what the devil, man. I talked about that one already from McKinnon. I mean, when you got to think on in time with a straw, etc., it'll be like we're never here. So just be happy with the years you got. It's your life. You know, hey, that's the perspective. I ain't mad at it.
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
Every time.
I just think about the fact we got to raise, boys and men. Frank said not refer to that sort of production. I think it's their song choice has people up in arms. LSU did it all when they won the Natty. The mom went viral for it.
You want to demonstrate?
McKinnon says she's absolutely right. Masculinity and femininity is social. Same as what is a man or a woman. Man and woman is social. Male and female are biological, and those are facts.
Mhm.
But the rest socially made.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true, but we also have to raise these kids in the same social environment. So, there are enough supreme unks to help keep things in check. You right, Unc. Key said, my son's better not ever. And if they did, I would definitely question their sexuality because at no time would I expect them to be doing saucy challenges unless they are saucy. Period.
What is saucy
Period.
though? Y'all just making up stuff now.
Frank said we need to stand up and demonstrate. Frank wants MJ and Jae to stand up and demonstrate the dancing y'all were referring to.
Frank, shit.
My first.
Gentlemen, if you put on a pair of heels, what percentage of man are you no longer? Laugh aloud, not saying you wear them all the time. Just imagine you put them on. What percentage of masculinity did you lose?
Lost that credibility though.
Yeah, I just
But y'all never.
I won't. Here's the thing, McKinnon. I'll never find out. You know what I mean? That's the point. I'll never find out because I would never do it.
It's not
There's
knocking
nothing-
anybody.
You know
that
what I mean?
does,
I won't
but
do
just
it.
saying
So
ain't your
you
cup
know,
of
it's
tea.
like I just hate it. With Mississippi, we got no problems. We just got uncontaminated water, and we
Bo P went way left.
rain and rightness and setback.
I don't know what show.
Oh, you talking about Mississippi State football? Okay.
Okay.
I
I
was
lost
confused
too.
for a minute, but Mississippi State football and straight to get them folks straight up there, Bo Pete. That's all of them.
All right. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is these flock cameras. I don't know if y'all have heard of them. We talked, I know MJ has heard of them before. I didn't think they were real. I saw them on TV. I didn't think they were real, but basically, a flock camera is manufactured by Flock Safety, which is actually right here in Atlanta. Specialized automated license plate readers, systems used by law enforcement, businesses, and HOAs to capture vehicle data. The systems utilize fixed cameras to scan passing vehicles and use artificial intelligence to identify the make, model, color, and license plate number, as well as unique vehicle features like bumper stickers, scratches, and things of that. So this information is compiled in searchable cloud databases, which participating law enforcement agencies can actually access and investigate crimes or locate suspects. Data retention, captured footage, and data are typically stored in the cloud for 30 days before automatically being purged, though individual departments or users can flag certain data for longer periods of time. So you kind of explained to us what it was. So go ahead and do your explanation of what it's
Okay,
actually
these
for.
tag readers, the system, how it works in the positive. Say if during a period on a Saturday night between 10 and 12 o'clock, a woman may have been attacked on a certain street. What it's going to do is allow every single vehicle that was in that area, it's going to read the tag. So you're going to have a compiler list. But what it's also going to do is show that vehicle everywhere it went around the city. And so at some point, like say if it hit at on Juniper, okay, what you do, you can pull all the surrounding cameras and you may get an inside the vehicle view. Plus we have cameras on just about, there's nothing you can do in the city of Atlanta, you're not gonna be filmed doing it. Because they've also got agreements, memorandums of understanding with all these private businesses that also lets Atlanta police utilize those cameras as well. So it's a great tool for law enforcement. Like what you can do now, if I think you're committing a crime or being involved in crimes, they can load your tag up into the system and they can track your movements.
Wow.
So there's a lot that can be done with it. Facial recognition. Atlanta's always, what a lot of departments are just start doing, Atlanta's been doing it for 10, 12 years or longer.
That's all the good thing. What do you see? What's negative about those cameras?
I've seen some comments saying it's an invasion of privacy. Is that?
That's so far left, it's not even funny. You can abuse it from the standpoint, if I in a real department, I'm not saying, not a podunk department, but in a real department, you have to put in a request, and that's written. Now, if somebody steps out of line and say they put their girlfriend's tag in, or whatever, okay, that person's the same thing if you run somebody's criminal history without authorization. Some states it's a felony, some states it's a misdemeanor. In all states, it'll get you fired as a law enforcement officer. So, they need safeguards. Yeah, they need safeguards, of course. But I think it's basically, you can catch a vehicle and you say it leaving the scenes of several crimes. It gets picked up 2 weeks later, pulling into a Burger King parking lot. They flood the area. They're able to locate the vehicle. They set up a detail on the vehicle. And then the four people come into the car. When they get in the car, they pull the car on a traffic stop. Now you've ID'd 4 suspects. Now it's time to do your work. You go back and you run those same faces through the system, and boom, they start popping up. And then you're able to see those same 4 people at the jewelry store that got robbed or casing a week before, things of that nature. It helps us, it's a tool. Do you want to be safe, or are you worried about that little invasion of privacy? And it's not invasion of privacy because you're on a public road. Your tag can be accessed.
Yeah.
Now let me.
They've been reading the tags since before that, right?
Yeah.
They've been having stuff that.
Atlanta's on the cutting edge.
But I
of that
kind of
again.
agree with
APD,
him.
baby.
If it's gonna make it where the crime is lower, and they can start solving the crimes that do occur, then I feel like, go ahead. But I think that we have too many cameras on us already? I do. But I'm not committing any crime, so
So you
fuck
shouldn't
it.
worry about it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here doing, and if something happened to my car, I want them to pull up the camera footage, right? If somebody runs into me or tries to attack, anything, if anything happens, if they got cameras, I'm with it. I watch too many crime shows
Ask a cop,
with the cameras.
what's the longest that you heard or know of that the data is actually retained? I know this thing said 30 days, but other ones can flag it for certain days.
No comment. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna say this.
I read up
I
to
know
a year.
Atlanta wouldn't do that, but I've heard about
Atlanta would do what?
wouldn't keep database. You wouldn't just keep data and criminal histories and information on investigations. Once it's no longer needed, that information is destroyed. But I've heard departments that will have a separate database that's not attached to the mainframe city computer. So when they subpoena, it doesn't show up in that subpoena. And so with that fact, and then you could keep that data possibly forever. Atlanta would never do that, but I know there's other departments that might do that.
That's interesting.
Well, Georgia in general keeps when you read up on this flock thing, Georgia keeps the information as a state longer than everybody else in the country. Everybody else, and they say that's everybody else has 90 days, 60 days, 30 days. Georgia's like 6 months to a year. They have the longest.
But you got to look at the amount of stuff, because when you maintain a database, say hypothetically they kept the gang database on, BDG gang out of East Point. Okay, you have it. Now, all of a sudden, these names come up. So say we're all a gang, and Lo, you pop up in something else.
Yeah,
because of those databases, I'm able to run your name, and all 3 of our names will pop up. You know why? Because when we were all 20, we got caught robbing somebody, or when we were juveniles, we got caught robbing somebody, and we're all together on that day. So when I run your name, automatically their names are going to pop up, so we know who your accomplices possibly are. Then that's when you start your police work and start tracking those people, following those people, using the camera system, find out what your tag number is, and voila, y'all all met up on Greenbrier in the parking lot. Then we ran a database, took over the cameras, and it showed all y'all bailing and getting into the one vehicle we tracking.
So that's where you hit it at. Known associates is what I would like to say. If somebody is I'm hanging with somebody that actually robbed a bank, or he's a suspect in a robbery from a month ago, and I'm in his car, and now I'm tracked by flock.
No, we're tracking the car. They're not tracking you.
But you just said that if you see the people in it, now you're a possible suspect. So and then
Well,
you
you
said,
should.
Yeah,
and,
that's,
and,
I
and
was
then
going to say the same thing.
and then you said, but I didn't have nothing to do with the robbery.
Okay, but
Well,
you
you-
hanging
Wait,
with
let me finish. I didn't have
Yeah.
nothing to do with the robbery.
Mhm.
I ride to Walmart with this guy. I ain't know
Yeah.
he robbed nothing. Now all tracking the vehicle, they see me, so now I'm gonna be tracked.
Well, what you're gonna do is be because you're hanging with this person.
Mhm.
Now we're gonna build a file on you and start checking you out. We find out that you're motherfucking Teresa.
Right.
You work, go to church, you got
Right.
a job, and we say, well, let's go and see. We go check your job out, find out
Right.
every day that a robbery occurred, you were at work.
Yeah.
So now you're going to be pulled out. You're not going to be totally pulled out
So Cats
because
is-
we don't know what your involvement is in it, if there is any.
So
But
cats is
that's
being
how it works.
investigated. They ain't had nothing to do with certain.
I
things.
mean, this has
Happens
been
all the
going
time, but
on.
that's
That's what I
wrong.
was going to say.
I didn't say it wasn't.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just saying I ain't.
Yeah,
If shit
you
ain't
got
right.
more. Yeah,
Yeah,
most
I
definitely.
tell my
I ain't,
sons.
I ain't
Most
saying that I'm not saying that it hasn't been going on, but I ain't gonna sit here and say that it's right neither.
It is right.
What's wrong about it? You
And,
never
and,
solve a
and
crime.
I tell my sons don't even, which I know that they probably
Your
they
sons
they
don't
do
know
what
what everybody
they
do.
probably do whatever they want. I said if you know somebody is doing illegal activity,
Exactly. If
don't
you
even get in
know.
the car if you're not willing to take a charge or
Listen
to
to
go
what you
to.
just said.
or-
You said if you know. If you
I know.
don't know,
I know. I agree with you.
If you don't know,
If you don't know, you don't
now
know.
you being investigated, and you ain't done nothing wrong.
I
You're
understand.
in the wrong
but,
place, wrong
but
time,
all
and
I'm
happens all the
saying,
time.
what I was getting at was that sometimes your association can get you into trouble. Now,
Oh,
if
for
you
sure.
just took him somewhere, that's one thing, right? And you didn't have anything to do with it. But if he asked you for a ride,
You see how it works
and
is
he
like
went in the
this.
bank and robbed the bank,
Yeah, and then you outside.
while you was waiting for him.
See, now you just being silly. I ain't talking
what
about
happened?
that. I said
No,
ride to
no.
Walmart from
This
a
is
month
an easy
ago.
way to see it.
Right.
This is an easy
Right.
way to see it. Okay, say they keep in that database. Say that intelligence unit overturns their database every 3 years. Okay, it comes to the second year with 10 months left. Okay, and all of a sudden, Lowe gets caught doing some dirty shit again. We start investigating Lowe. We didn't get him the first time. Now it's okay, let's pull him up again. Okay, who's this known associate? Okay, we look at known associates. This time when we go by, the very car we're looking for is parked in your backyard or under a tarp. Okay, so that's how cases, you end up.
That's
you
the
may
problem.
not be guilty of that crime, but birds of a feather flock
Locked
together.
together.
When you know people in your hood was robbing people, did you go to the store with that dude? If he say, hey man, you want to ride? What'd you tell him?
No, if I knew that they was doing whatever, no, I ain't
Exactly.
doing with them.
So as an adult, that person you should be. My mom told me that. I know your parents told you that. My dad told me that. Lowe's parents did. I know your parents told you that, right? Be careful who you roll with. And that's
No,
part of it.
my parents was gangsters, so I don't know.
So what all
They didn't tell me
in
that.
detail? What all is the detail they gather from these flock cameras? What do they actually gather? What's the data?
It's levels to the shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the main way I can tell that it can really be used is certain individuals are tracked.
You keep throwing my name out there, don't you? Go ahead.
Yeah, but there's certain people that are always going to be tracked because they commit so many crimes and involved in so much stuff. And you got to realize this guy can be investigated. He can be up on a wiretap. We can be running wire on him. We can be dumping pin registers. We drop a pin register. All of us call that individual. Now all of a sudden, we have to be disproven from being part of that criminal network.
Yeah.
And so that's the fun part of the investigation. That's when everybody's following people, doing the stuff you see on TV.
Yeah.
And so I say to people all the time, if you're not doing dirt, you don't have nothing to worry about. What typically happens though, guess what? Jae Tea's not robbing banks with you. But as we follow him, we find out Jae Tea makes the money drop for somebody or he sells weed.
Right.
Happens all
right.
the time. And
Right.
you know what we do? We build our file up on you, and the next time he goes, because now we got him, we know where he sells, we know what he does, we bust him. And we get him in that room, we said, but you got one time, hey, don't, well, I can't say what I used to do, but I'll say now, I'll ask you, hey, buddy, can you tell me about Lowe? And then if you lie, I just say you're lying. And then at some point, he's going to regurgitate the truth, and you're going to say, hey, buddy, we got you on camera. We'll show you pictures of you traveling all over the country.
The back of the head.
Yeah, we scratch the back of the head. And we sit there and we show you pictures of you parked, doing drops, doing that. And you were 2 times you forgot you got arrested at 18 for robbery. And remember at 22 when you got caught with that gun, convicted felon with a gun, now you got 2 felons, it's your 3rd strike. And then I'm gonna ask you, man, we don't want nothing from you. This can all go away. Who is this? And that next word out your mouth is either gonna save you by saying, hey, before you lie, this your ass. You 3 strike. And guess what? You're gonna say, that's low. He lives this, his mama stay here, and better yet, put a wire on me. I'm gonna walk and tell you, I know he's gonna tell everything. And that's 9 out of 10 times how they get that final piece in the puzzle. Sometimes it's great.
I knew that. I knew.
People snitch.
That's one of the things I tell my sons. I was like, they don't do anything. If you're gonna do something wrong, don't do it in front of anybody because they're gonna throw you under the bus. But again, back to what I was talking about when I said I tell them don't even get in the car with people that if you got friends, for one, really you don't even need to be friends with them. But I understand sometimes proximity makes you friends with people, right? And I'm like, if you know that they do crimes or they're doing anything illegal, don't get in the car with them because you can be guilty by association, right? And just like he said, you're not doing anything now, but they've been following you for 3 to 4 years and then you slip up and do something wrong, but they've been following you. So they're gonna, but I'm with it. I'm with the cameras and things and them trying to solve more crimes. When I started going out of the country, and I'm in these countries that there's hardly no crime, where people can leave their dogs outside, while they shopping.
You live with somewhere where you can't leave a dog outside?
They got places where literally they leave babies lined up while they eat on the inside. While they eat in a restaurant, they leave the buggies outside.
Greece.
I think it's in Greenland or one of those
so
countries.
Here's still the
The
question.
United States is full of crime.
No, of course it is.
Literally.
But the question was, what all does the data they gather?
Right.
And are the flock cameras are they put out there for crime purposes, or is crime, the assistant of crime, just an addition to their main purpose? Like, what's the main purpose?
No,
of
their
flock
main
cameras?
purpose is crime.
Their main
Suppress
purpose is crime,
because
not data collection.
No, it's crime. Because if I put, like, say if they steal because this is what happens. The young guys, believe it or not, they steal.
That Georgia's overloaded now with data centers.
It's sick. Man.
Overloaded.
It makes me sad.
So I'm just,
Yeah, they're protesting against them right now.
If that's what are they really there for crime? That's all. It just was crime capturing just makes it good for this conversation, so it can make it from the cop standpoint, makes it sound like, oh, that's great. But
I think it's good because you got to realize if you're not doing crime, you don't have to do the time. It's not like they can pin you robbing a bank. It's not like they can pin you trafficking cop.
Right.
But when people mess up with that, they go to jail.
Because it's actually gonna help you, right? If you're not committing a crime and they see you didn't leave out, you went in your house. You know what I'm saying?
At this time, it didn't. Because you'll have
exactly.
Cameras,
that's my point.
You know how many times people get the neighbor's camera captures them out in the front yard
point.
At the same time that all that gets pulled now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still don't know what the data is though. Have you seen it? You've seen the actual breakdown of the data that comes out those things, though, right? You've seen all the data. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
But they say I thought the data centers were for the AI though.
A few other things.
Ain't the data centers to help run the AI as well though?
That's what they say.
I just don't like the resources that
I just know Coach Nash has mentioned to me the other day about these flock cameras, right? And he said, and I didn't know what he was talking about. You know what I mean? And I like to stay abreast of things. I didn't know what he was talking about. I like flock camera. What are you talking about? He said, man, the little metal pole. Mm-hmm. And as they said it, I'm riding down the street. I said, there go one right there. Mm-hmm. And as I rode, man, them things are everywhere. Ever since he mentioned it to me, bro.
You can't go nowhere.
They are everywhere. And that's all for crime?
Well, it does because when
You keep saying it does. That's
no,
not
it
what.
actually solves them because when.
But is that what
say
it's
if you
for?
Okay, if a guy rapes somebody and he's been using a red Ford Explorer, okay. Once they get that Ford Explorer, they can follow around the city. If they said the girl gets raped, she comes out and said the guy was in a red Explorer, about a early 2000s model, boom, boom, boom. Those cameras, you can,
I see where you go.
and it's going to pull up all the red Explorers that were in that area at the time that it happened.
Yeah.
And when you run the tag information, bam, you got your suspect.
Low,
Now you put a team
So
on.
this should shut down all these
Lo,
alerts we
what
get
do
on
you
our
think
phone.
they doing?
This should shut down all these alerts we get on our phones for all these missing
the missing
Amber alerts.
yeah.
This should kill Amber alerts then.
It
shouldn't
does though, honestly. Oh, I want a lot of shit I don't need to talk about, but all the time, Amber alerts are solved by those cameras. Because once you put it in there, bam, it's gonna tell you exactly when he passed this place, exactly when he passed that place.
Yeah.
It's gonna show him. You saw him walking into the gas station. Not many people. I don't put it out there, but how many young kids go to jail because they'll rob some shit? Then the same people that they said they didn't see that night, they have their asses 5 miles away and turn the cameras on and show them walking into because the system puts it in at that area, so they go to every store in that area, and then they say, let's pull the cameras on the gas station. Voila, all 5 of them walking in and buying chips and coming out with the same clothes on. Wow, that was used in the robbery. Wearing the same clothing from the robbery. That's what puts the nail in people's
I believe that. I
Then you
believe
gotta
that
look
part.
at cell phone.
but
You
I'm
went in the area
interested in
with your
knowing-
cell phones hitting off the tower in that area.
I'm interested in knowing what do you think that
Data.
they're doing?
It's just data purposes.
And when they're
What they-
using that, what are they using the data for?
Great question. Here's the $1 million question.
And
I know, but what do you think
I
they're
don't
using
know.
the data?
I get what you're saying about the crime part, but
I'm just wondering.
I
I'm
think
just
crime
curious what y'all-
is it helps sell it, but what all this data is for, this collection of data, you know what I mean? That's
They
the
get
$1 million
more out the cell
question,
phone.
huh?
I was getting
They
ready
get
to
more
say
out
they
your cell phone.
already track us. I don't know why people keep saying they already track us. They can track your car. All these cars have GPSs on them.
Coach, it's Big Brother. I agree with
mean-
that. It's definitely Big Brother.
Yeah,
And,
like,
and they're selling Big Brother, and it's just
All
big,
right, Nash.
and it's big tech for this company. You know what I mean? This company
Flock.
$8.3 billion already.
Yeah, right here in
You know what I mean?
Atlanta.
Ain't no telling what they trying to. It's and then I love to find out who's really behind it. Who's the money behind this thing? Because it got to be a payday for somebody in government because it's just.
Well, what happens is people that need that type of data pay for the data from those individuals. It's nothing to do with the city. That's beyond the scope of what the city or whoever uses it for. But when the system goes out there, it's just like when you get an app on your phone, and it's you said, can we track you along
Yep.
other companies
Yeah.
that you visit?
I just want to see all this
Them
data
apps
they
get
collected.
more
They
stuff.
know, but they
I just
Yeah,
want
them
to. I just
apps
want to
get
see the
more stuff
reduction
too from
with
it.
all this data they collected. I want to see the data of the reduction of crime from implementation of wherever these systems are. I would love
Right.
to just see the stats on how much.
I don't
crime.
know if
I would
they
just
keep
love to
those
see.
stats, but if they do, I can tell.
Oh, wait a minute. Data people don't keep those stats. What?
Quite-
Wait a
okay.
minute.
I'll
Data
just leave it
people
like this.
and stats don't ever go
When I was
together.
with the city, a lot of people were taken down because of that. A lot of
I just-
murderers
I-
were captured. It
I
put a
don't
lot of
disagree
people
with that.
Where they say that they
I
weren't.
don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that. I just would love to see. I just think that the public should be able to know the amount of crime that's been reduced based on this great system
Go open
of data
records. Put
collection.
open records request.
Yeah.
They
I
did you
feel
see
like
the,
they
did you see the
tracking
post?
us anyway,
They're denying
though, Lo.
they're denying people open records requests. Why is that?
Below they
They're denying them, and then they gave the guy 10 days, and they say, "Oh, we didn't get." You know what I mean? It's like it's just a lot of questions to this thing, though. What are you saying?
below
Jose?
they watching us and they tracking
up,
us
B?
anyway.
Of
So
course they are. Of
like
course
you
they
can't
are.
even, the thing that pisses me off that they do now at certain places you go to, they scan your dang on license.
Yeah.
You can barely go anywhere without a license.
Well, you knew that was gonna happen when they put the
they're
barcode on your
tracking
license.
us.
You knew that was gonna happen.
Exactly. So they're and they track us with our phones.
Mm-hmm.
They can get that. They can get into your, which y'all already know. That's y'all police officers. They can do this at any point. So we know the government does it whenever they want. So hell, we already in the damn. we
interesting.
already in the trap. You feel me? It ain't nothing we can do about it because ain't nobody getting rid of their phones. You're not gonna get rid of your cars. You understand what I'm saying?
That's interesting, Frank. What are those lights when you go to little tunnel things on the interstate, and some of them have all those lights on? What are those for? You know?
Lights. So
You see, when you go, y'all know when you go downtown or like in Douglasville, right past Chapel Hill, you go into the little bypass. The little bypass is covered up, and it's like a gang of lights just sit right there in that one area. Just one on that one bypass. It might be 1,000 lights under that joker. I just like to know what that's for. I've heard those things are some kind of readers as well. I just wasn't sure you.
I'm not familiar with that.
Flockley,
All right,
read those comments real quick and then
Before the break, after the break.
yeah, right now, go ahead, because this last one, I want to get it in before go to bed.
So he checked out.
Did
He said good night earlier. He said y'all have a good night. Coach said they fired cops and others for following people. Ask a cop that's BS is not crime.
If you can't just follow anybody,
Frank
for no
said
reason,
lower the
but we follow
police. He made me
people all
roll
the
with
time.
him. Frank, man. They're using these cameras for data. They should not be able to hold data that long. Unc said we need an education campaign to truly steer our youth from crime. Crime is totally avoidable. There are no upsides. Oh, that's facts. Bo Pete says internet was slow. Just refresh. Missed me. Okay. I'm assuming he meant
know what
earlier
that meant
his
when
internet
he
was going
said
slow. That's why he caught on late. That's what I'm assuming. Let's see here. McKinnon said the policy's main purpose could be law enforcement, but Flock Group Inc.'s main purpose is data collection.
Really?
That's where they get their evaluation to apply tech elsewhere. Coach said, I don't want you to go to Walmart 17 times a month. Not for crime. Why do we still get them? It's Big Brother. It's definitely Big Brother. Sharing money with the homies. Please agree with it because Flock is giving them. It's a payout. You got to follow the money trail. You know that it's the money trail somewhere. Frank says if you're concerned with that, how many sensors are on the roads that track nuclear materials every day? When I work in domestic nuclear detection office, we have sensor readers everywhere. I didn't know that, but that's probably important though. Guys, their CEO's last name is Langley. I don't believe in signs, but there was a sign for real mischief. Mr. Data Storing, Personal Privacy Elimination. Langley is a sign. False system, look it up. Biometric optic security systems. Block cameras got my kids in trouble through. Was sneaking to the store at 11, 12 midnight. Eye recognition. They will sell your data to anyone. And here lies a bigger problem, Coach. If they selling the data.
Yeah.
That's why I keep saying that data is just this data collection, man.
I tried to I was gonna apply for a firm for my lawyer so I could get my payments broken down. You know what I'm saying? And that thing, it said, hold your camera up to your face so we can scan and I was in my mind and I didn't do it. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
They tell you to put your face
Did y'all want me? Y'all gonna scan my face?
Put your face into
yes.
Your phone,
Now, what does that tell me? That there's already a database with my shit in it. If they telling me, remember, because when you used to apply for credit, it didn't matter. You could just be, that's why so many scammers, you could just be anybody applying for credit.
Right.
But when they say they're going to scan my damn face, I was shook. Have y'all done that? I was like, no, you're not about to scam me.
I've seen that on some things, but I didn't do it. It tell you to put your face and it has like an outline and want your face to be right in that.
You gotta do that jump for your VA.
Now I'll do it for that. Damn sure.
So we know they
can have
got the
all
data.
my damn data. All of it. You hear me? All right, last thing, man. 45-47 was trying to put himself in the picture of the World Cup, Spain, right?
The celebration.
Yeah. He was trying to put himself, he walked up, handed the trophies, tried to shake hands. A lot of them didn't want to shake
They
his
all
hand.
shook his
And
hand.
then-
I watched the thing, man. That's
I
BS.
didn't see that.
That's BS. I watched the
I ain't see
whole
it.
thing. You
I
making
ain't see
shit
it.
up now.
I ain't see it. And then he stood to the side and wouldn't leave. They did crop him out of the picture. I've seen the picture since. They did crop him out of it. But a lot of people are saying, it was held in the United States of America, so he should be able to be in the picture. What y'all think?
No. He's disgusting.
What do you think, Ascot? I think he should be able to be in the picture since it was held here in the
He's
United
the
States.
president. He was there. Yeah, they didn't say nothing. And every one of the players shook his hand. I watched. Great game, great match. It was Spain spanked the ass all the way. Argentina tried to pull a fast one at the end. But it was, they had dominated time. I think the
score
Spain
was
had
misleading.
time of possession was probably 80.
Yeah, I think
20.
Spain had like 20
It's
shots.
ridiculous. Yeah.
Argentina had 2, and that was only in the extra time. So
Yeah, that
the
shit was vicious,
score was misleading, but getting back to this, I mean, so you feeling that since it was in the United States, he should be able to be in the celebration?
Well, he was there. I mean, why wouldn't he be, man? It's like, and I'm not pro-Trump. I'm not anti-Trump. I just think we have it's like got Trump on the brain. The man's a president of the United States. Like, if I was president, I'm going to every sporting event. I'm at the Super Bowl. I'm going to be there when the Eagles win this year. I'm
so
going to
he
be
has
everywhere.
the right to be in the Super Bowl champions picture.
Yeah, well, I'm president, and they
I
don't
didn't
tell
ask you.
me
I
no.
said, so
Exactly.
the
I'm
president
gonna be
has
right
the
there.
right to be in it? You think they have the
Hell
have the
no.
right
If they
to be
don't
in it?
tell me no, let me be
I
president.
didn't
There's a
ask
lot
that.
of shit
I
I would
said,
do.
they have does he have the right to be in the championship picture that team actually earned?
I think that's kind of tacky, but
When you think about what
Nobody told
America
him no.
stands for, no. Because they shouldn't have to have Trump in all their pictures, okay?
Yeah.
We're not that type of country where, okay, every time you have something, because he's the president, he has to be in the picture.
Well, I'm
Come
president
on.
when they flip the coin,
Come
when the
on.
Eagles win the Super Bowl this year. I'm going to be right there catching.
Angelo?
I mean, McKinnon just said it exactly. Being there and making it about him are two different things. That's 100% correct, McKinnon. I mean, you're there, but I honestly can say I haven't watched any other World Cup final over all this time. So, well, if there's a history of presidents being in the picture, cool. If it was another country and that's what their president stood there, cool. But their own country's president tried to get him out the way. So that probably lets you know that's not what you do.
No, that was a FIFA president.
Oh. So where was Spain's president at? He wasn't in the picture. That's all I'm saying.
Mexico's president was.
All right, man. 2 minutes. We'll be right back. Classic Konversations with Jae Tea Lo.
I like what Brian said. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
I've had iPhone 11 for a long time. Since iPhone 11 came out.
What?
Yeah, iPhone 11, and I wore it with pride, because I was like, I'm not getting a new phone every time one of these things come out.
That's fair.
The whole family got better phones than me, and it's okay. So I'm at Sam's, right, and I'm unloading my cart, and my mom calls me. I put it on the speaker until I get my Bluetooth. You look at the parking lot, it was dry to the left, it was dry to the right, it was dry everywhere you could see. My phone's on the back of the trunk. It fell down in the only freaking puddle in the entire area. And that phone went face first. That joke ain't been back on since, man. It went zoop.
So Lord, I'm gonna just go and tell you something. That iPhone 11 decided it wanted to die. It jumped. It jumped ship.
That is funny.
That iPhone 11 was like this. He can't keep pushing me like this.
Your wife, you walk in and you're automatically, if a crime I'm gonna go see all that shit. I know
studio that matches your podcast vision? Located inside Uptown Comedy Corner, our studio just 5 minutes from Atlanta's airport has everything you need. From high-quality equipment to multi-camera setups for live streaming, we've got it all. With 15 plus years of experience, our team ensures smooth sessions with editing and post-production services at an additional cost. Plus, our competitive pricing make it easy for creators of all levels. Contact us at 404-500-1605.
Well, see, you can't put him on a level.
He does pay out of his salary. All those guys with his shit, he pays. So it is a little different.
Yeah, but what I said about McAfee though, that joke has got some followers. I don't think I like his football commentary. I don't like him on live football games, but I like his show because he goes real in depth and shit on the show. I mean, but I don't like him on TV. I think he's too quiet.
Pat McAfee did what was brilliant was he did what they want rappers to do, what rappers have to do now to get popular. You come in already sold X amount, and you already got this many followers. Oh yeah, they'll play you.
Pay for that.
They're not starting from scratch no more. These record labels, they're not starting from scratch. New phone. Listen, man, I've had iPhone 11 for a long time since iPhone 11 came out.
What?
Yeah, iPhone 11, and I wore it with pride because I was like, I'm not getting a new phone every time one of these things come out.
That's fair.
You know, the whole family got better phones than me, and it's okay. So I'm at Sam's, right? And I'm unloading my cart, and my mom calls me. I put it on the speaker until I get my Bluetooth. You look at the parking lot, it was dry to the left, it was dry to the right, it was dry everywhere you could see. My phone's on the back of the trunk. It fell down in the only freaking puddle in the entire area. And that phone went face first. That joke ain't been back on since, man. It went zoop.
So Lo, I'm gonna just go and tell you something. That iPhone 11 decided it wanted to die. It jumped. It jumped shit.
That is funny.
That iPhone 11 was like this. He can't keep pushing me like this.
Find a studio that matches your podcast vision? Located inside Uptown Comedy Corner, our studio just 5 minutes from Atlanta's airport has everything you need. From high-quality equipment to multi-camera setups for live streaming, we've got it all. With 15 plus years of experience, our team ensures smooth sessions with editing and post-production services at an additional cost. Plus, our competitive pricing make it easy for creators of all levels. Contact us at 404-500-1605.
It's the hot topic. The main topic. Hot topic gonna be next. A woman shot a man who had been hiding under her 14-year-old or 13-year-old daughter's bed, trying to get the age right. But she shot him after he left the house. Murder charge, or should she be celebrated? Let me give you the story. A mother in Tennessee has been charged with first-degree murder and possession of a firearm after allegedly shooting and killing a man who was hiding under her daughter's bed. Officers responded to a report of a shooting in Memphis, I ain't gonna give the address out, on July 16th at approximately 1:40 a.m. local time. Upon arriving at the scene, police found an unresponsive man lying in the front yard, suffering from a gunshot wound to the back of his head. The man who was tentatively identified as Rodarius Morton was pronounced dead at the scene. His age hadn't been released when I actually took
20.
this, but his age was actually 20 years old. Police then spoke to resident Kendra Scott, who told officers that she came home and saw a dude under her kid's bed. Scott, who is 36, told police, "I did what I had to do." Officers also spoke to a neighbor who said he came outside after hearing the gunshot. He said he saw a male and Scott standing in the front yard saying, and Scott was saying, I shot him, while she was holding the gun. The juvenile, the daughter, told the police that they were afraid of Scott because she had a gun in her hand and had previously said that if she sees a boy in her house, she's going to put a hole in his ass. I hate to laugh, but I've heard that before. The juvenile said Scott discovered Morton hiding under her bed. The juvenile went on to say that Morton gathered his things and left the home, at which point then she heard a gunshot. So the lady said that she did what she had to do because she found this grown man with a child. Not with him, but with her, with the child, but in the house alone with the child and hiding. The questions are, I guess, as a parent and you saying I did what I had to do, is that to be celebrated? But at the same time, we're going to find out from ASCOP in regards to the male actually leaving the premises and walking away and her shooting him in the back of the head. Is the murder charge correct?
Well, there's a lot of other factors that go into it. Namely, the daughter was 14.
13.
13?
13.
Okay. At 13, the only way they can talk to her, Lo, is how? Getting consent of the parents. So that may not be admissible in court because if she was questioned and they did not make the mother aware of it or another legal guardian aware of it, they're going to have a hard time using it evidence because she was a juvenile.
Now, is that, since at the scene, is it the same rules apply?
Same way, because there was no threat. There wasn't anybody they're looking for. They had the person there, so there's no exigent circumstances. I can't see her. She's definitely not going to walk, but I can see her getting switched over to manslaughter.
It should be manslaughter.
Yeah, manslaughter.
It should definitely be manslaughter.
But how it could easily go murder one, malice murder is the fact that she announced before what she was going to do. She knocked on the door and said there's somebody in there. And then when she walked out, he's no longer a threat. When she exited the house and she shot him, so she's probably going to get murder one because they got the daughter backing it up. But if that situation, not saying I'm telling you how to commit a crime, but if she would have shot him under the bed.
Right.
Or if they're in mid-thrust, then she could no, because now you're stopping the felonious
But it's
act.
still a crime of passion because you're still shot. She still could have been shot.
That's what she's gonna say.
At this time, right?
But if you've already talked about what you do and then you carry it out, people, and I'm just telling you, people, if you do something, I'm only trying to help you if you're involved in something like that with your child. Don't talk to the police.
Yeah.
Wait till you get a lawyer when you're in a more steadier frame of mind. And I'm saying that as a police officer because I would hate for that lady. Because to me, I was against the lady until I found out that was a 14-year-old little girl. That boy, 20 years old. 13-year-old little girl. I look at it totally different. I wish the mother would have. No, I can't say that. I don't.
She didn't need to shoot him.
She should have. No,
but she should have shot him in the house. She should have shot him in the house if she was going to shoot him.
She should have sent him to Jesus right
and
now.
not in the back of his head.
Yeah, but
you see what I'm saying?
It's gonna the best she could get off with a good jury is manslaughter. Because at the end of the day, when a jury's struck, they're gonna put down all the elements of malice murder and also the elements of manslaughter.
Yeah,
definitely she's got the elements of manslaughter, but I didn't think about because you're asking caused the death of another, whether intended or not. But they also, be honest with you, she hit every single mark on malice murder. Because if she would have said I was overcome with emotion, he was in the house, I know he had violated my young daughter, so I lit him up. Then she would have had that argument. But when he's leaving the house, that argument goes.
Well, no, she could have still said, I kept envisioning him having sex with my daughter. I actually saw a case like this where the mother saw a video of her husband violating her daughter. she killed him the next day and she got off.
Yeah, because that's
She said
something
she
that-
sat up all night. She couldn't sleep.
You can do that one,
She
but where
was-
it messes up on for her is the fact that she announced what she was doing prior to that. But that announcement, if it struck out, which I think it very, I can't see unless it was a spontaneous utterance. But if an officer went there to a 13-year-old little girl and a little girl looks 13, and he
Yeah.
can't say, well, she looked like an adult,
Right.
so question. But anytime you don't know on that scene who or what's there, she should have been Mirandized, and when they learned her age, that's not going to be admissible. But if it's on a body cam, he said, my mama told me she was going to do it. She told me she was going to do it. And that's how they got it, that's different. But that's why they wanted to restrict body cams, because body cams
you know the little baby had been groomed. Been groomed by this 20-year-old to where
Facts.
she probably was crazy about that dude.
Facts.
Well, yeah, because her mind's not formulated enough to have that type of relationship.
Facts.
I know what I would have did if dude was under my little girl's bed. I just hate the lady the way she did it.
Yep. She should have drug him back in and pulled them clothes off. Okay?
And I'm not saying that.
Drag
but it
him
was-
back
Yeah,
in.
that was,
And pull them pants down. And pull them pants down.
But it makes it seem like that wasn't the first rodeo go around because the lady, why would you have to tell your daughter there's somebody in my house?
would you-
I was
Why would you
wondering
do
that
that?
too. I was wondering that, but maybe the little girl was boy crazy.
Well, that's, yeah. So
Oh,
you
I'm
tell
sure
her,
she
somebody
is.
come here, I'm going to kill him.
Because
And
you know,
then-
parents do that when they think you start smelling yourself.
Yeah, you say
You
stuff
know,
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just say they randomly say stuff like that.
She-
You know,
She randomly said it, but boy, evidently she meant it.
yeah.
No, but to be honest with you, this is totally off topic. What I think happened and her best bet for getting off and maybe reduce a manslaughter is I really didn't mean to kill him. She had a finger on the trigger. She's got an adrenaline. She's
Yeah.
upset. And
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah.
Because if they said it, oh, I shot him.
Yeah.
him. Could also be, damn
Shocked
shit,
that I
shot him.
shot
I
him.
shot him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Because
that's
you
what I
letting them
think
walk
happened.
away. So that would be a
She's-
good.
she's walking out the
You're
house
almost
like
letting
this,
them walk
and she's
away.
scared,
Yeah.
And the gun's going, I'm so mad.
Yeah.
I'm so mad.
Yeah.
Girl, get back in the house. Boom.
Yeah.
And he's got a hole in his head and he's dead.
Yeah.
There's
That
a,
very
Yeah.
real could be what happened.
there's an attorney sitting somewhere going, damn it, he's giving away my defense.
But even
Yeah.
with that being said,
I
that's still possible manslaughter.
Manslaughter.
Okay, and
Yeah.
this goes back to that case that y'all like to talk about, that track guy. If they would have pulled their head out their ass and not trying to let that boy walk and said manslaughter, mutual combatants, he'd probably be getting out in 4 or 5 years. Same thing with her. If it would have went down without her making utterances or anything else, she's definitely looking at, she probably would get off, like you said, with insanity. I saw my young daughter being violated. I got upset and I just started shooting because I was scared he was going to come out the bed, under the bed and violate me too. I was scared. I didn't know what was going to happen.
Now, let me ask you, you said about what Jae was saying in regards to seeing the video.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, she actually didn't see the act. Could she still
Well,
use a
see,
defense like that?
You
That-
okay, but
that in her
you
mind,
walk
she could see
into
it?
your 13-year-old purest-driven snow daughter's room, and there's a boy butt naked because they said he was gathering his clothes.
Right.
A boy butt naked under your 13-year-old daughter's bed. I'm not gonna say I might have my sons, but I'm beat his ass. When I knew it was 20, I would beat his ass. I ain't gonna beat no juvenile
What
trap,
the
but I
hell
would have
was
walked
a
the dog with that ass.
20-year-old? That's
Facts.
I mean, you're right. Yeah, God rest his soul.
Yeah, if he was a juvenile,
Rest
I
his
just
family
would
and all that.
have
but
dealt with it. Called
a
his parents or whatever.
20-year-old was sneaking over to the house of a 13, 14.
Yeah, at 20 years old.
Hey, I don't know
I'd
if Coach
beat that
Nash still
ass.
on here, but Coach Nash
13, you
Hey.
still in middle school.
still got stories of that jump, man. It was a 20, I don't remember, Coach, you still on here. It was a 20-plus-year-old was messing with a little 14-year-old. She wasn't little. She
And
was,
they should have beat the brace shoes off
but
his
she
ass.
was, but I don't know if they ever, but he was 20-something years old, and she was 14. She was a freshman in high school.
They should
And
have
what
stomped
happened?
his
Picking her
brains
up
out of
every
his
day,
ass.
nothing happened. I
Oh.
mean, she wouldn't tell. She wouldn't tell nothing. So my point being, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Is the point I was making.
Oh, it happens all the time. Y'all still listening to R. Kelly.
But you said something, and
12 play.
you said something earlier, just a
Remind me of
minute
my
ago,
Jeep.
about track guy. But let's just face facts. If that kid would have been white that she shot in the head, this was a whole nother conversation, regardless of the 13-year-old. So I don't think that's a fair comparison because that's a racial component that we just can't get past. I don't. But was this woman charged? Has she been charged?
Yeah, she's charged.
Charged with what?
Murder.
With murder.
Yeah, because everything they got is definitely a murder.
It leads
charge.
towards murder.
Yes,
First degree.
just murder. Now the defense is going to be momentarily insanity, and I'm going to say there was adrenaline. I didn't mean to shoot him in the head, which could push it more into manslaughter. I was talking shit, trying to scare my daughter, not having boys over there, and I just got upset and I was jittery. I said, "Get out!" and the gun went off. I shouldn't have had my finger in the trigger hole, which is what manslaughter.
Yeah.
Some of you should have known if your fingers on the trigger is gonna go, but she didn't know, and it could very easily happen.
He was completely out of the house at the time of the
Front
shoot.
yard.
But my point is that leads to manslaughter. If they can take away the daughter's statement because she's 13 and you can't interview a juvenile without the parent
It's gonna be
being
interesting
present.
for sure.
So where the questions where everything's unless they caught it on her saying it an utterance,
Right.
but if they question her, that gets taken out of it. Now you're gonna say, you know what? I was upset. Yeah, I was mad. I was trying to scare my daughter because I have to work 2 jobs to keep the house. And when I came in there and saw that boy naked on the bed, I was getting upset. I said, "Get your clothes and just leave." And I had the gun in my hand because I was scared of him. If you sleep with a 13-year-old girl, he's a grown man. I didn't know what he was gonna do. And when he went outside the house, I got upset and I was shaking the gun. The gun just went off and it happened to shoot him in the back of the head. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I prayed since it happened.
Now let me ask you, in regards to, her, the first degree murder part of it. Is that? Do you think this is a overcharge or
No, that's dead on.
this was on?
That's every element of malice murder she did. Premeditated because she had said previously that if somebody's in the house, she's going to kill him. When she went there, you didn't read the whole thing. What happened was she went there, then she went back to her car, retrieved her gun, and came back.
Yeah, I ain't
When
put
she
all
entered
that.
the house, she found the guy. The kid's gathering, young man, he's not a kid, is gathering his clothes, which tends you to believe he was naked or partially naked. And at that point, she's probably said, "Get the fuck out of my house." And that's where the gray area is, what happened, because he was out of the house. It's murder one all the way because she executed him in front and back. But if I was her, I was making him leave because he didn't want to leave. He was trying not to leave. And I said, "Leave." And the gun went off. I'll be honest with you, I didn't want to do it. That's why I said.
Maybe you said something slick to her. Maybe you got disrespectful.
That's what I was
She's
But
wondering.
it doesn't matter.
I know it does. I'm
Yeah.
just
Once
I'm
you
just
got
trying
it.
to play
But
in the
you
mind.
gotta be in
like,
shock,
like,
though,
why would you
too,
shoot him in
though.
the back of the head? No.
But you got to be in shock, though.
I really think
right?
she
to even see it.
shot him. And I know people say, "How do you put you back, accidentally shoot somebody in the head?" I think she said, "Get out, get out, get out." And he turned around to get out, and she had a finger on the trigger instead of along the slide. She's not trained. And the gun went off and popped her in the head.
I don't know how shocked she was on because Jae, if she wouldn't have had to make the statement of if I catch somebody in my house, to me,
Like you said, she was boy crazy.
it
girl.
probably wasn't the
But
first
I think
time.
it's
Somebody
more-
probably got a neighbor probably say I saw somebody. You know what I mean? It probably wasn't the first time. You know what I mean? So I don't.
I mean, yes and no. It may not have been the first time, but we
you had to
all-
have some suspicion. I guess what I'm trying to say to make that statement.
But
wouldn't you?
but here's what I'm saying. Like even when your boys start coming of age, you
Boy,
might have
thank
said,
you. Thank you,
don't
God,
bring
for not giving me daughters.
don't
Thank
bring
you
no
again.
don't have no little girls over here. You know what I'm saying? You could have easily said that just to your child when you know they
You're not gonna
just
tell
they
your
feeling
boy you're gonna shoot
themselves,
him and catch a
right?
girl on the house.
I'm just saying. Okay. Well, let's just go back to the
Things
daughter
that didn't
since
happen.
since y'all don't treat boys the same as y'all treat
You
girls,
can't.
which is
Not in that
which
aspect.
is crazy.
In that aspect, Jae,
Okay,
you know
anyway.
you
Things that
can't.
didn't happen.
You
So it's
can't.
okay for your son to be 13 bringing a little girl in there screwing her?
It's not.
But you're not gonna tell him you're gonna kill him. You're gonna say, "I'm telling
I'm
you."
just
If
saying.
you're-
I wasn't even gonna say that.
13,
I was
14
gonna say that you.
If a
I'm not
13,
saying-
14-year-old boy was sleeping with a 20-year-old girl, there's
not what we-
nobody gonna be in the
Oh,
mode of killing the
Lord.
girl.
Oh my. Okay.
You're not gonna kill the girl.
You didn't let me finish my statement
You
though.
just said you can't treat boys and girls. I'm saying there's
didn't
no
let,
way.
but you
there's
didn't
no way
let
to
me.
compare those two
You didn't let me
situations.
finish my statement.
All right, go
Here's
ahead, finish
all
your
I'm
statement.
saying.
Go
Here's
ahead.
all I'm saying.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm saying that you may have had a son or a daughter, and you just randomly, because you know how kids get when they start smelling themselves, you could have said, "Hey, don't have no little girls up in here." Right? That's all I was saying. Not that you'll kill them, but don't have no little, whatever the repercussion was if they have the little girl there. Right? That would be your, and it may not have been a first time. It may just be you telling them, "Look, whatever you do, You know, just like with most people with their kids, when you know that they're gonna start having sex, right? You have the sex talk. That don't mean you saw them having sex or know that they're having sex.
Your
You
example-
just may have the sex talk, right? Don't be sleeping with no little girls without using protection. You know, I don't bring them. I don't. Or you might even tell your son, don't be sneaking in these little girls' houses at night. It ain't that you know that they're doing it. It just may be something that you say because you know. So it could have been premeditated that she saw the little girl doing something, or it could have just been her giving the warning. Hey, don't have no little boys in my house. Because maybe the mother worked a lot. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. So
Yeah, 'cause she can't-
I was just going by
this
your
is she can't no murder.
example. I was responding to your example about the boys and the girls treating them differently. And I'm saying there is a different mindset in terms of if it was a 13-year-old boy sleeping with a 20-year-old girl, you're not gonna kill the girl because she's sleeping. You know what I mean? The woman will probably want to beat her up. As a mother, you probably gonna try to beat the girl up. The dad probably not gonna, you know what I mean? Just being realistic, you know what I mean? But now, if you flip it to say, if you telling your son, if your son had a little girl in the house, I'm gonna beat the natural brake shoes off my son. My son will get I'm you know what I mean? If my 20-year-old son had a 30-year-old, I'm gonna beat the brakes off my son. So there's a difference. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying
I was going by your comparison. That's all.
No, well, I was just saying because I know you didn't have daughters. I was just saying the statement may not have been necessarily her premeditating that it just may have been something to say, just a warning, right? She may or may not saw her daughter doing something. That's all I'm saying. Because everybody has these talks with their kids in general. Maybe not that specific, but you have these type of talks with your kids when you know they feeling themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Ask a cop. When you say, because this is in the media, let's say that the officer actually did question the little girl. And you know, judges, whatever, they going over things and say, strike that's not admissible. Is it really not admissible?
Yeah, it's not because
when they've already heard it.
No, what'll end up happening, they'll have pre-trial arguments and discovering everything, and so the judge is going to make a ruling. That was something that, like, her attorney would try to get it taken out because so that would be before the trial even started. The lawyer would be told, hey, look, do not bring this up. So the state can't use it as evidence.
Right.
So it would never come up in the trial.
Wouldn't come up in the trial, but because it's already in the media, that's what I'm saying.
What happens is,
I know you can't use it, but I'm saying it's already out there.
But still,
you can't mention it in trial, but they've already heard it.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you
and
can't.
during investigation, you can't use that information.
I get that.
I know what he's trying to
you
say.
You can't use it.
Okay,
but
what's gonna
if
happen?
I'm on the jury and I've already read
this is what
I already know what the little girl said.
This is what the judge says when he strikes the jury. Strikes the jury is when the judge tells them what charges can be used in this case, but what charges the person's facing. He says she's taking. He says something like, because this trial's been in the media, forget anything that you've heard. What I want you to do is just go by the facts that's been presented to you during this trial and make your decision. So if a person can't do that, that's a danger of a system we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the part I was
Because you might get enough people on there that are parents that have teenage daughters, and some of them may went through the same thing. And so, and that's how sometimes people walk. Like, what's that guy? This daughter was molested in Louisiana, and the guy was getting off the plane. When he came off the plane, the guy came up and just walked up to him, bam, put the gun down and said, lock me up. And that guy walked. The jury, because everybody that has a daughter or a child could identify with what that father did.
What did they ended up? What did they try to charge him with? Was that malice murder?
Oh, that
was malice murder, of course.
And he still
you go to the airport.
I'm saying that's part of what they charged him with, right?
Oh yeah.
And he still got
He
off.
walked because the jury.
So that's why I'm saying, why couldn't she in the
jury
moment? Why couldn't she in the moment? This was in like 2 or 3 minutes, probably.
It just takes one juror.
Yeah.
It's going to take that one juror, and I would play up if I was that the defense attorney. I would say, look, how old is your daughter? I would ask him to describe her daughter. Like, when they get Pookies at Murder 10 people, they have Pookie with a tie, with a fade, a Philly fade, when he had locks and everything else. Now, with that girl, I'm going to put pictures for the jury to see of her in a Sunday school dress her age, her class pictures, her playing soccer with the girls, her on the softball team, and I'm gonna make that jury see her what she was, a 13-year-old girl. Now, that defense attorney is gonna have to find pictures of her doing
Dress
something
provocative
else,
or something.
but she can't
Promiscuous or
because
whatever.
even if his client's in possession of photos, now you got him another charge.
Yep.
So you can't even defend the guy the way you want to, because if you show him the nudes and the picture that young girl may have been not have done, I'm not slandering her, I'm just giving an example. So if it didn't happen, that has not happened. But if it did, they couldn't even put it in the court without getting another charge. So what I'm saying is that would be, you'd play that up to the hilt for how old the girl was, and then I would show pictures of the guy. And when you say that little girl and everybody on that jury is looking at that little girl looks just like what she is. She's 13.
Right. I think she has a good chance of getting off.
Just takes
But
one
he
person.
knew he was wrong because you snuck into somebody's house and you was under the bed.
I think she has. What state is it in?
Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, but that
Period.
jury, that jury pool.
That's some
You knew
attorneys.
she didn't own the
The
house.
jury pool gonna
That jury pool will have Jerry curl juice.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. That's gonna help her.
Yeah,
That's gonna help her.
That will, yeah.
That's gonna help her.
There's attorneys looking to take this one pro bono because it's gonna make a name for them.
I think it just takes one person, and I think you'll easily, I can't say easily, but unless he fumbles the ball, I can think about 50 different ways to go to the fact it wasn't her intent. She accidentally shot him in the back of the head, and you can have an expert come and say how it happens. She kept her fit. That's why as long
Temporary insanity.
Yeah.
I think it all.
Yeah.
I lost it.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. Well, he told the judge. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I think she.
I was
I
just saying my daughter's lying.
I think.
Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
I think in
remember
Memphis
you
she
said
got
I
it.
shot him. Nope,
Yeah.
I don't.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah, but it's just a sad thing all the way around. You got a
Yeah, it is.
grieving family because that's still her son, and then you got a daughter that's going to be scarred
Mm-hmm.
because the daughter knew
Yes.
somebody's dead because I didn't listen to what my mama told
Yeah.
me.
And like B said earlier, she gave a warning and she backed it up. She told her what not to do.
And they haven't mentioned the father yet, so it's a situation where you had a mother that was maintaining a house for her kids, and now the situation is bare minimum your mom gonna, unless she gets off totally, gonna do 7 years for manslaughter, maybe 20 years for murder one, malice murder, and now you have a situation where that daughter and her siblings aren't going to
Two
a
families.
normal life. Their life ends normal, and
Yeah.
now you got to stay with relatives.
Two families for sure destroyed.
And that brings up something.
That daughter's gonna feel bad.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That brings up something that I was talking to somebody about the other day. I said, like, that father went and murdered that guy, right? You were saying that there was a guy that his child was molested. A lot of people, there was a post and a guy said that he would have did the same thing. Well, he was actually talking about the Nolan case, and that he said, if my child is dead, your child is dead. That's what he was talking about. But the thing that people don't think about, when you go and you start doing an eye for an eye, right? Like the guy that you said he shot the other person because he molested his child. Now you're locked up, which he can end up getting out.
Yeah.
But most people are going to get locked up. Now your child is open to all kind of predators because now you're not in their life. So you have to make decisions based on that. Do you need to be around to be in your child's life? Because more than likely, you're going to go to jail when you do these things. Like you said, that one guy got off, but a lot of times these people still end up going to jail, right?
Yeah.
When you plan to kill somebody.
Yeah, it's a ripple effect, basically. In any of these type of situations, it's two families tore up, and like I said, the little girl is going to have a certain trauma. The mother is going to have a certain trauma.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't read about. I didn't know if there was other children or whatever, but if they are, they're going to have. It's
Yeah.
yes, like you said, it's sad all the way around, and I mean we're focusing on that part, but there's a lot of other parts of this thing that could really use some type of conversation. But you got comments on that?
Crime of passion. Hindsight is 2020. Say it wasn't shock. Proved a point. Mr. Sandman said single mother problems.
That's
B said
crazy.
starts at home. Frank said it happens every day in most domestic violence cases. Mothers and fathers very sad. Yes, it's unfortunate all the way around. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. You know, you would have rather seen him go to jail for statutory rape.
You're right. Exactly.
And some of them boys in jail tune them up a little bit. You know what I mean?
And it sure would have.
See, you know,
seen that firsthand.
Like I said, somebody still lost a
Don't
child.
play, boy.
Somebody said got a buried child.
Find out them boys coming there and they done messed around. It ain't got to be a little girl. It could be any type of rape charge. Hey, man.
Yeah.
They get it. And I'm talking, they get it for like 2-3 weeks straight. They get it.
And sometimes they don't want.
Look, and as a correctional officer, I went right over to the other side. Minding my own business. Certain times you have to, all right, I'm going to be over here. All right. What was
something separate message?
The hot topic. Something just happened recently. Ryan Clark, former NFL player, mainly with the Pittsburgh Steelers, reportedly was.
Hold on. See, I was going to ask this question. I'm sorry.
What?
But Kiki just said it's sad because it was a special needs kid, and I was going to ask that question.
That girl's a special needs kid.
Huh?
That kid that he did that to is a special
boy?
needs kid?
No, the boy.
The 20-year-old?
I was gonna ask the question whether or not that kid was anything wrong with him.
What type of special needs?
I don't
because
know.
a lot of special needs kids may not even be all the way out of it, you know.
I'm trying to tell them.
Most
of them ain't.
A lot of them just so.
Most of them ain't, especially if the little girl was messing with him.
Yeah, I saw that. Please strike your last comment. Now I'm gonna ask that question whether they special needs or not, but that make it even more fun.
Frank, you don't want to claim Ryan Clark?
Go ahead.
All right, so Ryan Clark, headline I took was reportedly, but Ryan Clark was fired from ESPN doing a live segment. Do you think this was done to send a message, not only to, media personalities, but everybody in general that's out here speaking against certain things, the way it was done? He was actually fired doing a live segment. He was actually doing an NFL, I think it was NFL Live. They went to commercial. When they went to commercial, they pulled him to the side and told him that he had been let go. The excuse that ESPN gave was that they've known that this was going to happen for a while because they had a lot of layoffs, them and Disney, but supposedly they said that it had leaked out. And I saw it yesterday, but I didn't pay any, I was like, this is just some stuff. Because it was leaked out, they said they wanted to let him know so that he wouldn't find out through social media. So they let him go live, not live, but it was during a live taping of a show. During the commercial, they actually let him go. Because of that, it made me wonder if this was done as a message. A lot of people are saying the reason he got fired. A lot of people saying because, he's had discussions about black political power, Supreme Court rulings, talking about how some of the star black athletes out of high school should go to certain schools and not go to them certain states. How he had what was the guy that got killed? The politician, Kirk.
Oh,
he had some comments on that a lot of people went,
Charlie Kirk.
That a lot of people saying he was fired for that, but because there was so many people fired, they saying it was 30. Yes, it was budgets.
I didn't know that, Coach. I was wondering who else was going to be. I didn't know that part.
Yeah, they fired Cam, but Cam
I knew that was coming though.
Yeah, Cam ain't been up there for a minute. I'm sure Cam was waiting on that.
But I think one of the things is, and Cam's one of them. When you look at him, I like The Pivot. That's my favorite sports show. The Pivot that he does, and they go excellent show. And I think the job he does on The Pivot, I think it gives too many people in their eyes something that's greater than what ESPN is producing now. Because think about it, other than the actual game day and watching games, I watch a lot of sport podcasts more because you're listening to players give a skin and a scoop on what's actually going on. So I think like Cam Newton got bigger in position. Shannon Sharp, believe it or not, they were going to pay him to keep him because he is so knowledgeable. So now I think like the pivot, you could put that on TV station and people would tune in because black, white, yellow, green, they interview everybody and it's in depth. I think they're trying to jettison people that are bigger than the actual show because they don't want to create another, what's his name? Stephen Smith. Stephen A. Smith. They don't want to create another one of those. Because think about it. When you think of Shannon Sharp, people speak about him like he's still on mainframe TV, and he's not. And he's not going to be probably for the foreseeable future, but I think he'll get another shot because he is just that big.
I mean, people watch YouTube like it's TV. So if you big on YouTube,
he's gonna be fine. That much I'm sure of. You know, the pivot is I think only aired twice a week. I think live. They do live tapings twice a week. I think
something like that. Yeah.
And one of them is with an interview. You know, you think now they could go every day. Mm-hmm. You know, even if they just did it by Zoom, they could do it every day, and he'll be fine. But but is this a message to the next wave of, because they're going to bring some more in. Mm-hmm. You know they're going to do it. They're going to bring some more in, and is this like a message to them that you need to toe the line that we put down, or we're going to let you go too?
I think they're being
because
smart
of the way it happened. Because
you can only pay so many people the big contracts, and I think he's one of the better. I mean, he gets down to the nitty gritty. He knows football. So I think they did themselves a disservice with him. But if you're removing the big personalities that are bigger than the show, and because remember before it used to just be about football and the facts, but now you got people that are bigger than the facts. People want to hear what he has to say. And I think that bothered them that he was so, they have the people, quote unquote, they want to be the guy, but people choose who's the guy, you know? The people choose that.
So here's my take on that, right? My take is it's a combination, I think, of both. I think Ryan Clark, for sure, is one of the best football personalities in the game. No, hands down. I mean, the way he breaks down stuff. But what was interesting to see was the amount of rhetoric that came from people, you know, on some of these other chats when I say calling him racist, saying it's about time they got rid of him. You know what I mean? He always
came out.
They came out hard at him, and you know they were still pissed off about him saying that Tom Brady and Peyton Manning aren't generational quarterbacks. He pissed off a lot of white folks when he said that jump.
Yep, that stuff went viral again.
Oh my goodness, he pissed them folks off, and they just came in. And you got to think about, you know, they're looking at their fan base. They're looking at their fan base. Who's their fans, and I think you're right in terms of towing the line. Is like the bigger Ryan got, the bigger the personality got. You know, I think, you know, he felt more comfortable saying what he had to say unapologetically.
Yeah.
And, you know, was that topic we had, was it last week before that? You know what I mean? About a black man's power or something. Remember the topic you had?
Oh.
You know, is it dangerous?
Yeah. A black man's a smart. What was it? A smart black man is a dangerous black man, or
hey, here you go.
Yeah,
a la Ryan Clark.
Informed black man.
He became.
It wasn't smart. It was like informed or something like that.
He became dangerous to him. Yeah. He was like, wait a minute, we can't. He's a little too big. He's little, you know what I mean? He's gaining popularity, and he got into it with the Peter Schrager guy, and had to come back and apologize to him, and you know what I mean. But you know, I was really surprised, you know, and the way they did, they said they claim it leaked, which we all know stuff does leak, you know, and they didn't want him to find out via text message, because they said some people gotten caught. Read the text, be like, "Yeah, dog, I got fired." You know, they didn't want to see that jump while he's online. You know what I mean? So when they had pulled him, pulled him
Why
off to
did
the
they
side.
tell him before he even went on though?
Because they
didn't
said
know
it
it was
leaked
leaked.
while the
So
show was
when
going
was they
on.
gonna tell him?
They said they were gonna tell him after the show was over.
Actually, it was yesterday that happened. So it was today that it happened, right? Or was it
yesterday morning.
Yesterday it happened.
20th.
Because I was literally watching NFL Live. That would trip me out. Me and Asper talking about it. We were watching him on the first segment.
And then he was gone.
Then all of a sudden he was gone. You know what I mean? We were watching it.
Yeah, they were supposed
But-
to tell him this morning, Tuesday morning. They were supposed to tell him this morning, but they ended up telling him yesterday because it was leaked.
So the same day they weren't gonna use him no more, they was gonna tell him he was fired. He gonna give him no heads up,
Yeah,
so he could tell everybody bye.
You
That's wild.
know, they let go a lot.
He's gonna be hard to replace though, because he was a good commentator.
man.
You're not gonna be able to replace him. You're gonna fill a spot. But Ryan was really, really good. But Ryan was good when he was still a player.
Yeah, because
Ryan showed what he was gonna be able to do before he even left, before he retired. Ryan was really, really good. He just got much better. And getting another job, I'm sure he'll be able to do that. You know what I mean? And you got some of the little sidebar stuff we hear people now they're trying to make him out like he's a bad, you hear the little negative rhetoric about he didn't get along with people, he was rubbing people the wrong way, all this kind of stuff they try to justify it to, you know what I mean? But
Well, I'd like to see him to pivot on, NBC, something big, whatever, because that's a great show.
I don't see it going on mainstream like that.
They don't want it to.
Yeah, they don't want to do
You
that.
keep control.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why
That's
Pat McAfee's so powerful.
Yeah.
Pat McAfee has control. He kept control of his stuff. You know what I mean? So you want to keep
It's
control.
still gonna be his way.
Yeah. So then you got, then you can do whatever you want to do. If they want to do it, they're gonna do it under his guidance. But they're not gonna do that because it just, like Pat McAfee could do that jump because look at the number of subscribers he got. His fan base is just so much broader. You know what I mean? And but
Who's watching NBC? A lot of older people. Who's watching NBC?
what's on there, I guess.
Doesn't matter what's
Call me old.
just to give
'cause
one.
I look at Law and Order,
Okay.
FBI, all of them.
So you look at programming that's like, this comes on at 7:00. This come on at 7:30. This come on at 8.
I look at stuff come on 8, 9, and 10.
But that's what I'm saying, like
Television
stuff
shows.
that right.
Yeah,
See,
television
yeah.
shows.
Well, I was
But
this.
I don't see a
Yeah,
show
I'm
like
not
that.
doing it.
I don't see a show like that being mainstream. Pat, like you said, Pat McAfee is one of one where he was able to take pretty much his podcast and put it on ESPN. But
Hopefully
again,
they'll
it's
get
on
the pivot
ESPN.
chance.
But it's not on, the three majors, even though ESPN is part of ABC, but it's not on ABC, CBS, or, it's a little different, or NBC. But I don't see them doing that. I think they'll do
It's
just
a number.
fine
It's a
with
numbers
that.
game. And like I said, somebody just said, who was it? So they got to pay Pat McAfee, was it $63 million a year? A year?
That's crazy.
A year? Yeah, you cutting back to get that.
I like his show on YouTube, but I don't like him when he's on record. Because he can't do the same antics and the shit he normally does on the show. So to me, he's better in his own show than he is on
You talking
game
about
day.
McAfee?
Yeah, because he don't want his shit he got to say about a
He be
football
wilding.
game.
He be
But
wilding on ESPN.
Talking about
though.
football, I like when he talks about it because he has some great interviews. He gets to the nitty gritty. He talks about the rumors, anything that's going on. I like that aspect of it. But for him breaking down game, because when he's on, anytime he's giving his insight, come on, he's a punter. He's a mental midget when it comes to actual football compared to the people he's a
mental
coaches.
midget. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
No, I
up
agree
there
with
with
that.
Hall of Fame coaches, and come on, he don't even need to be up there. So I think he's given a shot that nobody else of his stature would have gotten. But he's great. I love his podcast.
Man, when I saw it on ESPN, this dude was up there with a vest and no shirt on. I said, "What the hell is going on?" They gave him, they really took his platform, mainstream with that. But I think Ryan will be fine, honestly.
Ryan is gonna be fine.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of the how and the why.
and
You know what I
where.
mean? I think that's just the foul part. You know what I mean? But Ryan's gonna be fine. Ryan's come a long way. I'm sure he's gonna have another opportunity. And like you said, with his pivot platform, it's gonna continue to
He
grow.
was on what was it? He was on Monday Night Football.
He was on Monday Night
so
Football.
That's ESPN.
That's ESPN. I don't know.
I could see
And
NBC grabbing
I can
him
see
up for
NFL.
Sunday
I can
night.
see NFL Network snatching him right up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can see some of our NFL Network, and what's the HBO show? Inside the NFL. It's still
Inside
Inside
the
the NFL, still
NFL.
HBO, right?
Yeah,
I think he was already
so.
on that, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
These people are millionaires.
sure.
Yes, they're gonna be fine.
Oh yeah.
Come on. I'm more concerned about Joe Blow around the corner that lose their job than these millionaires.
True that, but we can't talk about. We don't know Joe Blow.
Yep.
They gonna be, you know some regular people that didn't.
That when
Yeah.
independent, no 360 deal. He keeps his masters. Facts.
Hey man. Oh damn! ESPN owns the NFL
Oh,
Network.
dang. So much for that. He's a liquored up puncher. Yeah, that's what he is now. But he have a good time. I personally can't watch 2 hours of Pat McAfee show. I just can't do it. I might watch the first during football season. I watch the first 30 minutes. You know what I mean? You know,
It depends
football.
who
I
he
like
says
that.
gonna
I
be
like
on
little
there.
startup junk. You know what I mean? But
I like when somebody's in there because he'll ask a tough question.
yeah,
He ain't gonna let you get out there
I
with
just
these
can't watch it.
questions.
I just don't watch it like that though.
But
Has
the
anybody
pivot,
seen
the way everybody tune into the pivot. If you haven't seen it, check that show out. It's one of the best on YouTube. Sports shows.
I figured Cam was gonna get fired. That Stephen A. Smith thing went.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna be surprised
When's
if
the
Cam
last time
came
Cam
back.
been on ESPN?
I don't. It's
been
been a
a
while,
minute.
but you know, but he usually
Yeah,
pull a
they
lot
keep
of them
him
guys
on.
off season. Like what's the other guy? The center for the, you know what I mean? They pull a lot of them guys
Jeff
off
Saturday.
season. Yeah, all them guys that used to be off during the football season. They might have one or two of the better ones.
Come through every now and
You know
then.
what I mean? But just like basketball the same way. You like the guy they had on today, who was in there where Ryan Clark would have been horrible. And these guys' takes are horrible. You know what I mean? And they don't stand on their own. You can just tell. It's like Big Perk switch up based on the daggone weather, man. The weather turn that way, Perk going with the weather.
Yep.
So I'll be like,
Yep. He switches up a lot.
Real quick. I just saw a few. Jae Tea, he was talking about what you talking about the no, when you walked away and saw some stuff going on. That way he talking about your counsel. That's KK's counsel. Kiki said one of the teachers said he was a special needs and his mindset wasn't one of a 20-year-old. They don't respect the job he does. They fired Cam to Noah was coming and got into Peter Schrager live on Get Up last season. Yep, Schrager's connected. Yeah, that didn't help matters. The man is using his platform to inform black men and athletes, and the bigger part is to make him hush. Cutbacks definitely a part, but you can use all the other things as part of cutbacks. Anyone familiar with the NFL networks have known the power that be would side with the white man, Peter Schrager. He was a joke on the network, and ESPN brought him on to ESPN. Also, a lot of other folks, they had to pay Pat McAfee contract, $63 million. My job was having cutbacks. The economy is crazy. The stock market's making money, though. Yeah, stock market will always make it. And to make it good, number one said they fired 2 whites and a white woman. I watch a bunch of Jae channel on YouTube, must see TV. He has a show being planned with 2 other black broadcasters. I'm assuming he's talking about Ryan Clark.
And I heard he was doing an HBCU.
If Stephen A. Smith was down for the coach, he would have offered some of the salary.
Yeah.
No.
That-
he ain't down.
He ain't Pat McAfee.
He ain't down with a culture like that. They can't afford to play Ryan Clark anymore. They're gonna replace him with an intern. Yeah. Just shooting your shot in the comments is wild. Yeah, B. That what Frank does. Say at least he wasn't on his day off. Yeah, he wasn't like Craig. He didn't get fired on the day off. He was at work. Lame stream white media using angry photo to talk about Ryan Clark. Yeah, they dogging Ryan out. That just pissing me off too. YouTube, WWE, and Game Day. He has the fan base. Read that one. Finding my bay is back. Welcome back, Jae. Oh, D Young. Yeah. It took her to come back to bring you back, huh? I see. I see you been missing in action. Frank says, I like P. Mac. He makes it fun to watch. You can understand so much Sports Center where everyone's trying to be like Stuart Scott. Yeah, I just can't watch the whole thing. That's all. I left first, taking ESPN when Aunt left. That shit was going down anyway.
And I finally,
Perkins sound like a Boondocks character. Yeah, Perk be pissing me off, man.
I finally watched that Stuart Scott documentary, bro.
Dope.
My,
Yeah, dope.
I've watched it 3 times already.
Are we ready for top 5?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, I just had to come up with it. Coach sent me a couple of them, man. I really forgot to thought about one earlier, so I'm gonna go with something we can all jump on. Not alive. Give me your current top 5 living black comedians. Your top 5 living black comedians.
Those of you that didn't understand that mean you can't use Bernie Mac, can't use Red Fox, can't use Rich Pryor.
Correct.
Because they're not alive.
Speaking of a must-watch, the Hines Ward documentary on the SEC Network. Oh, man.
I ain't know that.
I got to see that. But I saw some previews of that, too. It looked like it's going to be good, too.
Oh, man.
Glad you brought it up, Frank. I put it in my...
Oh, yeah, I got to check that one out.
Top five current black comedians. Your top 5 current black comedians is alive, not dead, alive.
D. Wayne. You good? Yeah. Got your mic? Say testing, because I ain't here.
Check.
There you go.
Check.
Little
Check.
static.
Man, I shout out to. I'm gonna shout out to people that I know.
Okay.
Number 5, Miss Grady, baby.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Reggie Reed. Number 3, Mario Torre. Number 2, who I want to do? Rochester's finest, Sunshine. And number 1, we'll go with the Godfather, Don D.C. Curry. Yep.
Ask the cop, you good?
Let's see. Number 1, Dave Chappelle for me. I like Chris Rock. I like Quake. Quake is always funny, always will be funny. I like Spears, some more, and that's 4 or 5. 4. Deion Cole. Deion Cole is good too.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I forgot Cat Williams. Somebody put it up there. Cat Williams. I forgot all about Cat. It's got to change that whole order. It'd probably be Chappelle, Cat, then Chris.
1 through 5 right there?
Yeah.
1, Chappelle.
Yeah, no, hell yeah. That's
Okay, now I want you to be going bottom up.
Yeah, that's 100%. Then it would be Cat after him. But all about Cat.
Okay. Oh,
Jose.
okay. I got Keegan Michael Key. I love all his little skits and stuff. DC Curry. Mojo Brooks. Dave Chappelle. And my favorite is Cat Williams. Cat Williams.
Okay. I have Michael Collier, Deion Cole, Kevin Hart, TK Kirkland, and Eddie Murphy is number 1. I love Mr. Kevin Hart, bro.
You do?
Yeah, man. That
Oh
little
my
dude.
God.
That little dude.
I used
He's
to.
scratching real hard. It's white under
his television show is the
Yeah,
crazy.
I like him on TV more than that, but it's comedy. I wouldn't.
Any of y'all seen the new show Lot Patrol yet?
I haven't watched it yet.
I ain't either. I got to see
It
that.
just comes on
There's
while
so
we
many
here.
comedians.
Tuesday
I don't
night.
never watch show when it come on, so I was giving like
Check
seen
out
it.
Ride or Die.
I keep
Huh?
That
forgetting.
show, TV show.
I heard it was
Ride or
pretty
Die.
good.
That's just damn good.
What is?
Ride or
Ride or
Die.
Die.
I think it's on Netflix.
It's a spot theater. No, it's on Paramount.
That's a TV show or movie?
Haven't seen
Ride or
it.
Die?
No, Ride or
Oh.
Die is two. I forgot the black name's latest name, but
He's a dolphin. Oh, a golfer. Oh, okay. Mr. Sandman has Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, Eddie Murphy, Ari Spears, and that Holcomb dude. Coach Nash got
He is not
Mojo.
even funny though.
Mojo, comedy subjective. Mojo, TK, Deion Cole, Chappelle, and Eddie. Mojo done came on strong. I ain't gonna lie. Mojo come on strong.
Hey, man, his skits.
The stand up,
Give me that phone.
the way he be handling the
Let's
audience.
call her.
Oh yeah. That crowd participation. Yeah, that'd be fun. The young Seeley got Chris Rock, Mike Epps, Ari Spears, TK Kirkland, and Dave Chappelle. Number 1 fan got Rob Stapleton, Mario Torre, J. Lee Thomas, Janet Dollar, and King Henry Welch. She paying tribute to all the next tier. I like that. Mr. Sandman threw in Cat Williams. B got Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams, DC Curry, Deion Cole, Mojo Brooks, honorable mention TK Kirkland. I read off all your comments, didn't I, B? Yeah, I got all of them earlier. Frank got Dave Chappelle, JB Smooth, Angelo. Mike Epps, Martin Lawrence. I still have to shout out John Witherspoon and Charlie Murphy. They are live somewhere. That's what's up. Number 1 said, they saying if a tree falls in the forest, can you hear it? No, right where that sound. But that goes for humans too. While hiking today, I failed twice and no one heard me fall. I'm on injury reserve again. Hey, you stay hurt in the woods.
I read that.
Is Eddie still a comedian? No, but he's still legendary. But nothing stops me. Yeah, ain't nothing gonna stop you now. That's a fact. Kiki got Mojo Brooks, Bruce, DC Curry, Mario Torre, and Quake.
Earthquake's hilarious.
I got pretty similar. I got to shout out to folks that have. I got nothing but mad respect for Don DC Curry, TK Kirkland, Chappelle still who he is, although I ain't seen the last 2 things. I gotta give a shout out to my boy Earthquake. And the one I'm surprised nobody mentioned, man, but he's on my top 3 list, man, because he's shown so much love to me. To watch him repost my interview with him.
Yeah.
For him to
bro.
Ali Sadiq, man,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? For
Yeah,
him to
he's dope.
for him to be the one to repost is so big. You know what I mean? Out of all the interviews I've done, I see people, but he's actually using my interview with him as promotion material for his shows. I was like, man, that junk means so much, man. That junk so dope. So Ali Sadiq, brother, I salute you, sir.
Man, let me
You
tell you
my
something.
guy.
That
100 grand.
dude has jumped into my algorithm. And when I tell you I get caught up at, bro, I will spend 30 minutes listening to his storytelling.
Yeah, he's good. He's good.
Hey,
Top tier.
Bro, his storytelling.
hey, man. Hey, man.
And he's just like
Yeah.
Chappelle. He'll drop the punchline and you're not even see it
Hey,
coming.
man.
You don't see it coming.
Yeah.
His storytelling is
It's incredible, bro.
immaculate, bro.
It's incredible, man. It's incredible, man.
Man, he is he's dope. He
And to watch that special, the special one that just popped off, you know what I mean? When he performed here at Uptown, he was working on that special. So when I be watching the junk, you know what I mean? I'm like, man, he was doing, you know what I mean? It's like, it's always dope when I see this stuff. I remember when Chris Rock did his back in the day, you know what I mean? When you see them come to the clubs and work that junk out, and then you go see it on the special.
Yeah.
To have seen the jump, you know what I mean? I think that's always cool. But yeah, but Ali, man, I got number love for Ali Sadiq, bro. I mean, he's made that algorithm of the sit down at Uptown. I mean, it was that jump just popped right back up because of what he's doing with the reposting, man. So it's
his jail stories, bro.
oh
Yeah.
man, classic.
His jail stories.
He's a wonderful storyteller. He actually clued me in on that.
I'm surprised
sometimes
too, number
y'all in
one.
the
I'm surprised they ain't
sometimes
here.
y'all in the men's room standing at the urinal with your pants down past your booty. Y'all ain't see that one?
I ain't seen that one.
Well, Ali,
Ali talking about that.
He
He said, live long enough. He said,
yeah, I do remember
we
that.
in there standing there with our pants down with a whole ass out at the urinal.
I don't think I've ever done that. I know I've changed that. I know I ain't never done that. And I don't know if anybody else has done it either. Because I'm
Hey.
usually looking straight ahead with just,
Hey, wait till you see
just
it.
my peripherals.
Wait till you see that one. It's
And I
hilarious.
ain't next to somebody else at the urinal. Got to be one. Got to be one empty between us, unless you had a game or something.
Hey, now,
Then you mashed up in that mother, make sure nobody looking. Asacott, what you got, homie?
I'll say this. We talked about a lot of servicemen and women are losing, like a 19-year-old young girl, a young soldier, well, airman, I should say, she was in the Air Force, lost her life in the Middle East, the Iran, American war. The U.S. is involved in something that we have no business being in.
As usual.
And I think, it's been going on with all the presidents. We allowed genocide to happen with our weapons in Gaza. Now Israel's dragged us into a war, and because of missiles, they're being able to strike our troops anywhere in that region. And they're doing it. And soldiers aren't coming home. Families are losing their loved ones. And I just want to say, have them in your prayers. Keep them in the news. Everybody's talking about every goddamn thing else but the soldiers who are dying and will continue to die because it's war. And people are getting mad. That's what happens in war. We just don't get to see it, and they're not even allowing us to see it, which I think is fucked up because those people gave their lives to the United States. They should show when those troops and airmen and are coming off the plane on the tarmac. Give them that respect. Because if that happens, what they don't want to happen, people are going to realize, this is worse than oil. A country that we can't even make heal, and we're the only reason they exist. When we voted on it in the 40s, and now everything we give them is the only reason they're able to wage war. I think we're up to like $75 billion on that war so far. Think about what we could have improved for the citizens.
Mm-hmm. We have a president that doesn't care about the citizens, though.
So I call bullshit on that.
Our president doesn't care about citizens.
No, that's something to corrupt to if the Republicans and everybody that gets paid by the, Israeli. I don't even get me started on that.
Nash.
Yeah. Jose, what you got?
Y'all can follow me on everything at Jae Sunray. I ain't got nothing going right now. I'm trying to get some stuff going. But y'all know I've been stranded because I never did get my tires.
You gonna be at the gym soon again?
I go to the gym 5 days a week, y'all.
You need to post some more of them pictures.
I'm getting strong.
Put Classic Konversations right above your head.
That is too silly.
Angelo, what we got this week, man?
First of all, I gotta read these because apparently number one fan asked where my mom, my Aunt Olena was at tonight, but apparently somehow they on a whole nother chat with Bo Peep. so Bo Peep, I don't know how that happened because I see Bo Peep comments. He said earlier because you girls asking boys to the prom more than boys asking girls, and Bullhead was on here tonight. And they all on a whole nother chat with Bo Peep. So I don't know how that happened, but. Her top 5, she got Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, Cedric Entertainer, Dave Chappelle, and Wanda Sykes. And my mom has Monique, Whoopi Goldberg, Ali Sadiq, Shula King, and Eddie Murphy. Yeah, shout out to Wanda Sykes.
Yeah,
my bad, cuz.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I had to read theirs out. She screenshotted me theirs. I don't know how y'all over there with Bo, but I'm glad y'all kept Bo Peep company. I'm sure he appreciates it.
We only seen like 2 or 3 messages from Bo, so yeah.
Yeah, that was earlier.
Yeah.
He said something about the internet, so I don't know how they got on chat with Bo Peep, but I'm sure he appreciates it. Even Bullhead. I hope y'all still on there, man. I don't know if they are or not. But yeah, tonight's Tuesday. I always gotta forget. Thursday night, Destiny, open mic show. Whatever you do, sing, dance, rap, the whole 9. Friday night we have Sweet Baby Keita and was it KFG? No, K Striggs. And Saturday night I got Janet Dollar and Solo. Sunday night we back at Traditions. Sunday at 6 show. Been going really good shows over there. The 6 o'clock crowd get in early. Frank says she was a soldier, talking about what MJ was talking about. She was a soldier out of Germany. So very sad. I'm thankful my daughter made it home. We all are. But I still feel sad for those family. Trump classifies it as only 18 have paid the ultimate price. Coward move. It's only 18. Yeah. It's crazy, right?
Yeah. Trying.
President of the United States. Only. What are you talking about, man?
Only 18. Like, that's great.
Yeah.
Yep, Mike, our soldiers are dying, but by all means, 47 got to take a photo with Spain. Yeah. That's that guy.
Worried about the wrong thing.
Oh, as always. I got you. I'm glad you brought it up though, 'cause I wouldn't have known. You'd have been mad at me. Good, I ain't see him, but I'm glad you let me know you was on another chat. But we got you. We got you. Yeah, the coach, too free. We got nobody early, man. Sorry, too free. Appreciate you though, brother.
Hey,
we love you.
Yeah, we been here for a minute. Man, ain't got much with me, man. Like I said, I did get cast for some things, and I'll let you know. You know, I got to do some NDA work and all that type stuff, so to know exactly what I can talk about and when I can talk about it. But I'm gonna leave y'all with this, man. Today, I went to the car wash. Left my job, went to the car wash. I was streaming music from my phone to my stereo. And while I was in the car wash, the music stopped, right? I'm thinking maybe because I'm streaming, I'm not getting, reception. Then as I'm coming out of the car wash, I'm looking for my phone. As I'm coming out of the car wash, I can't find my phone. Then my thing that said disconnected. I'm like, what the hell? So I pull over to start looking for my phone. And I realized that I'd actually put my phone on top of the car. I drove 2 miles from the job to the car wash. Phone didn't come off. Went into the car wash. So I went back. I said, yo, man, I need y'all to go in there and check and see if you can't. I think my phone fell off the car. Dude went in there, found it, came out, gave it to me. I hit the button, turned the volume up, music came right back on. Wow. Reason why I say this.
Up on that one.
I say reason why I say this.
These phones are waterproof now.
Get the other case.
Yeah.
The reason why I say this is because I've been going through some things personally, but whenever you think that God is not there for you, he will damn sure show you a way that he is. Because if I'd have lost my phone today, boy, I'd have been in a world of trouble. So I'm just letting you know, he'll let you know that he's there for you at times, man, and just make sure that you count the blessings that you get and understand that whatever it is you're going through, it's probably just, you know, a lesson that he's teaching you.
Yeah, man.
And that's going to do it, man.
My phone committed suicide.
Yeah, Angelo's phone jumped off.
Wasn't no coming back. Hey, shout out to my brother Reggie. I'm sorry, Reggie Sykes, my brother. He just got, I don't know, is it ordained. He became the overseer of the church. I don't know how that thing works with all the different churches under one main church. You got a bishop. He's now the overseer under the bishop. So congratulations, brother. Yeah, man, keep doing your thing.
That's what's up.
Oh, this last thing. Man, listen. I need for our major audience and everybody up here, me and Angelo's already done it. I need for y'all to look at the show The Polygamist. We're going to do a show on The Polygamist.
Okay.
I need for you to look at the show. It's on Netflix. It's going to scare you. You're going to look at it. It's going to say 22, 23 episodes. It's only 30 minutes. Each episode is 30 minutes.
Yeah. I'm on episode 9.
I'm going to tell you something. I promise you by episode 6, all you're going to want to say is, this nigga. Listen, we're going to do a show on it. I promise you, man. There's so many things we could talk about out of that show.
Okay.
So y'all make sure that y'all check that out.
Yeah, Shima's hilarious, Mr. Sandman. You know, Shima one of Uptown.
Oh, she is.
She's an Uptown original, man. Shima used to be one of our servers back in the day. You know what I mean? She's Uptown. She's an Uptown original.
Wow.
She grew her legs right at
Shima
Uptown.
is dope. Wow,
Yeah, she's come a long. Yeah, she's come a long way.
Shima be having me in tears.
Absolutely.
All right, man. So that's going to do it so that we can get out of here early because sometimes we get to going at this time and we end up adding another 45 minutes.
Easy.
So we're going to get on up out of here. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo.
And that's a come.
And just say.
And we out. You dig?
Peace. See y'all next week.
Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. The record's gonna go. Classic Conversations with Jae Tea and Lo. You never know which way to rap. Classic Conversations.